All right. What's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening with everybody? Let me do something real quick. Hope you guys are doing well. Looks like the looks like the fights for January, December and January are starting to come around. So we have some good stuff going on, man. We got some good stuff going on. Adrian Vint in the building. What's good, brother? Always good to see you, Adrian. HMC, what's going on, sir? How are you? Cadillac 634 in the dough. What's going on, man? Say good morning, Fanon. Bless this channel. Thanks for the dedication. Now let's talk this boxing. Yes, sir, man. Gilbert Jimenez in the building. What's going on, man? What'd you say, Cadillac? In 1970, I watched Joe Frazier knock out Jimmy Ellis with my dad, my first boxing experience, and I've been watching ever since. Yeah, man. I can't remember what my first boxing match was, man. I was so young. I don't even remember what it was. I don't even probably like the first one that I can clearly remember was Muhammad Ali versus Ernie Shavers. I think that's probably the first one that I like. The earliest one that I can clearly remember is seeing Muhammad Ali fight Ernie Shavers. But I'm sure I saw some ones before that. I used to watch them by myself though. I didn't watch them with my dad. I watched them by myself. Was a huge Ali fan. Huge Ali fan. Daniel Gallimore in the building. What's going on, sir? Mike Rhyme, DJ OC, Mr. Blackwell in the building. What's going on, cousin? TBE is legend. TBE is TBE legend. Yes, sir. What's going on, man? Eric Horn in the building. The fam. Wayne Jones, Chris Brooks. What's good? Be easy. Always good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Nati Dread, CG Cap, Aisha. Always nice to see you, lady. Paul Chacon in the building. What's going on? Melvin Rush. TJ B. Moore in the building. What's good? Dontre Thomas. What's happening? Christopher Brown. What's good? CG Cap in the building. Yes, sir. Gary. What's happening? Cornelius Bennett. Jay Petty. Mr. McNeil, how are you, sir? Good to see you again. Platinum Alkaline Water, what's going on, sir? I saw you put my name in a comment section. That's what's up. Carl Dickerson said Tank versus Gary Antoine Russell. Probably not, bro. Probably not, man. Probably not. Everybody, as far as who's Tank's gonna fight, is probably not. And I am a big fan. I'm a big fan of, I like Tank. Definitely team Upton Jim, all that good stuff, man. I rock with them dudes. I'm some good old dudes out there. Carl Dickerson in the building, oh man. Thank you for this. Starting out the Super Chat Thursday in style. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Hold on one second. Let me just double check something. What is this? The best welterweight of my generation. I'm proud. What is this? Anyway, I don't know what that is. Hold on one second, though. Just got to make sure that I did something right. You know what it is. Okay, there you go. All righty. It's right there. They ain't letting Tank fight Gary Russell. I mean, they're not in the same weight class, and him moving back, he's not even in the rankings. He's not even in the 135-pound rankings. So, I mean, I can go look at the rankings. I'll be surprised if he's even in there. So if he's not in there, more than likely, man, it's not going to happen. Ray Patterson said, "What's happening, Mr. Martin? How are you doing today?" I'm doing very, very well. I got some bad news that I should have known, which is that my wife is going to be in with her mother in Kansas during Thanksgiving. And it's like she does that every year, and every year I forget that she's leaving, and then she tells me, like, mentions it the week before, and I'm always like, because man, I like spending Thanksgiving with my wife and my kids, and my daughter's in college. Man, my son will be here, but my son doesn't really talk to me. Mr. Pragmatic, what's going on, brother? Hey man, thank you so much for the super thanks, man. Thank you for the super thanks, Mr. Pragmatic. Much love in the building. Much love. Thank you so much for your support, bro. He said best boxing commentary on YouTube. Well, we're working on it, man. We're getting better, man. And everything is straightening itself out, man. It's really funny. Like things are starting to straighten themselves out, itself out, man. And I'm kind of enjoying it, you know. But you specifically, Mr. Pragmatic, thank you so much for your support, man. I really appreciate it, man. Cornelius Bennett said, and this is Super Chat Thursday, so you showing up on Super Chat Thursday, you know what you got to get. Even before John Boy acknowledges you for it, brother. Hold on 1 second. Because I'll be daggone if somebody throws you about this joint off some nonsense. Let me make sure. Add moderator. Yes, sir, brother. There's your wrench, brother. You the king of the super thanks, brother. Thank you, man. Anyway, Stone Alone in the building. What's going on, my other brother? Brother, what's going on, man? One of the first big donators to this channel ever, Stone Alone. My dude said, top of the morning, Fanon and the chat. It's Super Chat Thursday. Smash a like and support a brother. Yeah, man, it'd be great, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Let me make sure I get y'all those gongs, man. Yeah, Aisha, it's moving to Vegas. So I may go to Vegas. I may go to Vegas for that fight. I may go ahead and pop out there, man. I may jump on a plane and go out there to Vegas to see Frank Martin fight Michelle Rivera. I may go do that. May just have to go do that. Because I want to see a fight, man. I wish they were fighting in Texas. If they were in Texas, I'd be there for sure. Things are straightening out because Bud is out the way. Yeah, hey, no, seriously, Stone Alone, brother. I remember that first red super chat, brother. I was like, wow. Like, no joke, man. I remember you, brother. I always remember you, brother. Thank you for the support, man. Always remember you, brother. Like certain things, like you always remember. Like for example, Mr. Pragmatic is the first super thanks. And I was like, wow. And you were like the first major super chat that I ever got. And which is very rewarding, brother. And it makes you feel good about what you're doing, man. So thank you. And also, Stone Alone, you one of them dudes that support a lot of people. A lot of content providers. You because I go around and I see what's going on, brother, and I see you. I see you out there. I'm like, man, this dude supports cats, man. You know, and that's what's up, man. Really, no joke, man. Thank you, brother. Not anyway. I don't mean to be dismissive of that. So let's moving forward a little bit. Karen Battle said, will Bud do a rematch if his fight is close, ducking the next opportunity to fight Spence? I don't know, man. I think if it's a close fight, I can't say. What's going on, Blessed 365? You see, I tried to get off Terence Crawford and say, can we forgive Terence Crawford, Blessed 365? Just so you see. All right. I'm trying to breach the gap, brother. I'm trying to bring it back. Now that it's done, I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to get off his neck, man. I'm trying to get off his neck. As long as none of y'all try to jump on my neck, I'm trying to get up off his neck. No doubt about it. Because he's got a fight coming up, man. Yes, sir. We have to support our brothers. Yes, Stone Alone, you the real deal, man. And my man Jay Milts in the building said, here's a little blue love for Fanon. Good morning, y'all. Thank you, brother. That's a lot of blue love. Thank you, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Yeah, it's always good to see. It's always good to see Blessed 365. But do I think he said, right, they can't stay on topic. Nah. It's tough. Trying to tell you, it's tough. Fanon, my homie is in Dallas right now, sparring against Frank Martin for that Rivera fight. His name is Quentin Randall. I've heard of Quentin Randall, and he fights in 147. He's in his early 30s, had a late start after a brief prison stint. I've heard of Quentin Randall. I'm pretty sure I've heard of him before, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let me back up, though. What was I saying? Somebody said something. Oh, let me get the super chat. I'll try to come back, man. Smash that like button. $5 holla. Thank you, brother. Jay Miller in that Thursday super chat in the super chat Thursdays. Thank you, brother. So yeah, let me see. Let me go back. What do we say? Somebody says something. I got to go back. Oh, let's go with Chris Brooks. I'll just try to keep moving forward. Fanon, looking at if I missed something you guys said, just throw it back in there. Fanon, looking at the 135 division, I see who Tank will be fighting. If not, I can see who Tank will be fighting. If not, Ryan. Look, man, it's The guy, seriously, that has the closest chance of it, no doubt, is that dude. Even though he probably will not be him, it could be Giselle Corrales. Because Giselle Corrales was set up for a fight with him by the WBA. I do believe he will be his next mandatory, but it's not been a year. So, but you know, it's going to be interesting, man, to see who it is. But I don't know who it's going to be. It's going to be somebody in the top 5. There's going to be somebody in the top 10 of the WBA, though. Of course, you want Ryan Garcia, but I'm telling you, I'm just not a big believer of that. Mr. Kegmatic, I contribute often because I enjoy the content, but also I do it for those who want to contribute but can't. Thank you, Mr. Pragmatic. No joke, man. That's important. Thank you. Much love in that super chat, brother, because a lot of people cannot. A lot of people cannot. No joke. A lot of people can't. Cannot do it. And I appreciate y'all. And y'all that can't, just hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. Keep chopping it up, man. Zepeda Williams, maybe. I mean, we can look. No, I don't think Gary Russell Jr. is not going to fight him at 135 coming off a shoulder injury. I mean, he literally just got back in the ring, and they're going to be fighting in January. Gary Russell Jr. to me doesn't make a lot of sense to me that would take place. But let's just go real quick. Yeah, I did that right. Let me see. I just go to the lightweight, right? WBA is going to be, there's Ryan Garcia, Michelle Rivera. You know it's not Michelle Rivera. William Zepeda, right? You know it's not going to be Vasily Lomachenko or Shakur Stevenson or Isaac Cruz or Chris Colbert or Frank Martin. So it's going to be Makhmudov, Yurik Makhmudov, which is probably not going to be the case. So it is either going to be Giselle Corrales or William Zepeda. And my bet was Giselle Corrales because Giselle Corrales is number 6 or William Zepeda. Yeah, I guess William Zepeda is an option too. And I think William Zepeda just moved up. I don't think he was there before. So yeah, it could be William Zepeda. Adrian Vince said, Fanon, did you watch House of Dragons? Yes, I did. I read the book too. Not only that, I read Fire and Blood. Hey, yeah, well, look, we got 248 people in the building, 103 likes, man. Can we get them likes up, man? Y'all can hit the likes. What about Puello Fanon? He's not in the rankings. He's not in the rankings that I can see. I mean, maybe I need to go to the WBA, but rank the WBA's list itself. But right there, he's not in the Young Killer. He's not in the rankings. So if you're not in the rankings at this point in time, more than likely, you know. Look, man, Fahim said he's fighting a flat-footed Hispanic. Man, who isn't? Who isn't? I can't find tickets for the Frank Martin in Vegas. It probably hasn't come out. It's going to be a ballroom fight, though. You'll be able to get tickets, I'm sure. He's WBA 140, I think. Well, if he's at 140, more than likely, unless Tank's moving up to 140, I don't see Tank fighting at 140 anymore. No joke. I ain't gonna lie. I would do more tearing my knee up, mess my pocket up. Oh, I owe you some super chats. Brother, let me tell you, TBE is TBE. You don't owe me anything. Yeah, I appreciate if you support the channel, brother, but you do not owe me anything. Man, this dude right here, brother, is the funniest dude. Dude, you are funny as hell, bro. And I say that respectfully. Like, your mama's a tramp, but I say that respectfully. You a bum, but I say that respectfully. It's gonna be Edwin DeSantos. He beat Rayo. Edwin DeSantos is not in the WBA rankings. Hold on one second. WBA rankings. Let's see. I'm going to go to the actual WBA on this one. Now, I'm not saying that's not the case. However, I'm going to tell you that he is not ranked in the WBA. Ryan Garcia, Michelle Rivera, William Zepeda, Lomachenko, Stevenson, Corrales, Corral's got an asterisk there. Telling you, Isaac Cruz, Chris Colbert, Makhmadov, Frank Martin, George Kambosos, Jerry Culler, Chan Thawson, Formetta, and Yoshina. If we go, so those, I think those hold up. That holds up. So you're saying who? Edwin DeSantos? Excuse me. Edwin DeSantos is number 11 in the WBC. He's not ranked in the IBF. He's not ranked in the WBO. He has to get inside that top. He has to get inside that top 10 for that fight to happen, I do believe. And Gary Russell Jr. more than likely is going to be somebody that's ranked. I could be wrong though, bro. Did you say Jerry Carroll? No, Gary Cully. Nah, Gary Culler. Gary Cully. Nah, I said Gary Cully. But what's going on to Two-Tone the Superstar, man? I like your work, bro. You're hilarious, man. You're a funny dude. No, yeah, and I don't mean funny and I mean that respectfully. and I say that respectfully. Thank you for the support, brother. Thank you for the support. A Tank is too small for 140. Hell, he's really too small for 135. He kind of is, man. Lodi said, one man said, DH said, Fanon, I love that video you dropped yesterday about Ward Straight. You always keep it real, my real brother. Yeah, man. Look, dude, I'm a big fan of Andre Ward, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, I do never want to speak ill. Nah, it's Jerry Cully. It's Gary Cully. I might have said Jerry Curl. You know my mind ain't right. Lawrence James in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. Tank and Devin will fight in May and June, and not a chance, brother. I'm telling you, man, I'm not living in the. Hey, Lawrence James in the building. Thank you for that support, brother. Thank you. Look, man, I'm a realist, okay? Now, I know that Devin Haney would like to fight Tank, and I believe Tank would like to fight Devin, but that fight ain't happening, okay? And I say that respectfully. Man, I love that shit, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be watching all your stuff, man. I don't even have to agree with you, bro. I be cracking up. Just a great sense of humor, man. If y'all don't follow Tone the Superstar on Twitter, I'm not sure if you got a YouTube page, brother, but if you don't, you should follow him on Twitter for sure, man. Very, very, very funny dude. Don't like Tank for nothing, but very, very funny, bro. Very, very entertaining, man. Talented guy. Very talented guy. Tank dropped Mario Barrios. He's 5'10". I don't care. He's not a 140 pounder. Okay. He's not a 140 pounder. That man is a 126 pounder. So that's what I see with him. I think he is like one of the greatest 126 pounders in history. The man is nasty at 126. At 130, most of the people that he fought at 130 were bigger than him. So I just don't see him. People keep talking about him like when Roy Jones Jr. said that he could go up to 140. You see him at 147. Dude, Roy Jones Jr. clearly does not watch his fights. Roy Jones Jr. clearly has never stood next to that man. I've stood next to Tank. Dude, Tank is little. Okay? He's little. Little. Not just small. He's actually little. Okay? So I ain't trying to hear all of that, man. I just don't understand fighting in DC. Why makes me think Gary Russell Jr.? I mean, but Gary Russell Jr. it may be Gary Russell Jr., maybe. But DC is near Baltimore. DC has a lot of boxing fans in DC. DC has a convention center. They probably getting a good rate on it too. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna go because that's an excuse for me to get to DC. But I do because I got to go see my daughter, even though she'll be here at the time of the fight. So if that's the date, if it winds up being this January 7th, you know what I mean? But it's real close to Baltimore, so people can come from Baltimore. It's less than an hour drive from Baltimore. And there's a lot of black folk in DC, around DC. And they got a lot of money because they're over there in PG County. Over there in Montgomery. Was it Montgomery or PG County? With all the dough. Where they got all them rich black folk over there. They can come out there and watch those fights from over there. You know what I mean? It's Rolly. Oh wow, you know, at least it's not David Avancian. Right, Rise podcast. Rise knows who it is. Rise can tell us. Rise. It's gonna be Gary. Is it gonna be Gary Rise? Let me know, man. Let me know. PG County's rich too, so they got They Montgomery County, PG County. They got all them. They got all them doed up black folk over there. Silver Spring got some doed up black people too. You know what I mean? A lot of Mexicans too. I didn't know they got a lot of Mexicans over there. But yeah, man. So that's a good place to have a fight, man. Is DC. You know, definitely. They got good public transportation too, so you can get where you need to get off their public transportation. All of that. Man, he's a Fanon. I don't know. Yeah. You don't know. That's okay. But that's I was born in Montgomery County, but I'm closer to Baltimore now. Big Blunts and boxing. Yeah, there's a lot of good boxing. There's a lot of boxing fans out there. You know, it's a lot of boxing fans out there. So yeah, for sure, man. That's a good place to be, man. If it's in the Verizon Center and not a Russell, I'm going to be disappointed. Look, man, I'll take anybody. Honestly, I just like the fact that if you have several good fighters on the card, I'm okay with it. In order for me to go and watch, because if I wouldn't rather have. It's better to have, at least if you cannot have the fight like this big mega fight that you want to see, at least you can have a bunch of good fighters on the card where I can get there, I can get to the auditorium early, and I can see a bunch of fighters. Like when I went to the John Ruiz, Roy Jones Jr. fight, dude, I got to see Winky Wright early in the evening. I got to see Winky Wright. I got to see, several good fighters before that. Yeah, I don't know. MGM DC, I don't know if they got an MGM DC. It's been so long since I don't know what venues they have there, really, to tell you the truth. But I could find out. I definitely could find out. Yeah, the MGM is in Oxon Hills. Yeah. So yeah, Tank gonna dest? I don't know what that means. Being from DC, I can tell you it's not Gary Russell Jr. It doesn't make sense that it's Gary Russell Jr. because Gary Russell Jr. is just coming off of he said he's just gotten to the point where he can exercise. MGM too small, says the Rise podcast. Yeah, he's just getting to the point where he can exercise his shoulder, and he's not in the rankings. Like, if I'm going to guess somebody, I'm going to guess somebody in the rankings because they got to be in the rankings. He's a champion. His voluntary has to be ranked, or the WBA has to approve him. So I doubt it. I could be wrong, and I'm going to be very, very honest. Man, Gary been all cap lately. Man, y'all better get off my Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. is the truth. Edwin DeSantos being number 11 in the WBC is kind of tough for me to think that he's gonna do that. And plus, man, somebody gonna get that boy hurt. That's a big step up from Rio. Capital One Arena is DC, which is where they're fighting. I hope so. Anyway, we'll find out. We'll find out before too long. I don't see why Gary Russell Jr. has been capped, though. What he's been lying about. And I hate more than anything that you guys have me saying this word cap. Can't say cap. Cap. That's cap. That's cap. I can't believe I'm saying that's cap. But it's cap. Man, anyway, Gary going to get washed. Gary ain't fighting it, man. I'm kicking people out hating on Gary. I don't think Tank got enough in his bag to beat Gary. He does right now because Gary got one shoulder. Come on, man. Let Gary get his. I don't even think Gary's going to fight again. I don't even think Gary's going to fight again. Unless they offer him a bunch of money, I don't think he's going to fight again. But with Gary's shoulder, let's be honest, this is the only way Floyd would let Tank fight him. I don't know. Let me tell you something, man. I still maintain you guys are all some nonsense with this Gervonta don't fight anybody stuff. Gervonta will fight a dude, a flat-footed dude. Every dude that he's fighting is not the greatest fighter in the world. But man, come on, dude. You get this dude no credit. Like no credit for beating people. Isaac Cruz is one of the top lightweights now. And he's definitely a tough fight. And he fought him on a moment's notice. The man fought Leo Santa Cruz, and he fought Jose Pedraza, and he fought Mario Barrios. It's Like, man, I don't get why y'all keep telling me that this dude don't fight nobody when that sounds like he fought more than everybody at lightweight except for Lomachenko. That's what it sounds like to me. Cherry picks. Oh, Blessed 365. Please don't talk about cherry picks. Blessed 365. Please don't say anything about cherry picks. Come on, man. I'm trying to get off the topic of Terence Crawford. If you bring up cherry picks, I know easy fights. If you bring up cherry picks, it's going to, like a magnet, suck people over there to Terence Crawford. Okay? Because when you say cherry picks, Terence Crawford has literally the biggest cherry pick of the year. There is no major fighter that has taken a bigger cherry pick than Terence Crawford is this year. It is literally the cherry pick of the year. Can anybody give me a bigger fighter that was that is a bigger cherry pick than this? Anybody have a bigger cherry pick than Terence Crawford does? You know I'm about to get you 360. You know it. Do you know anybody? Errol Spence fought Ugas, so that's nope. Jermell Charlo fought Castano, nope. Devin Haney fought Kambosos, who he had to fight, so no. Shakur Stevenson fought what's that boy's name? Kasesau, so no. Man, I don't know. I don't know any reigning champion that has had a cherry pick that big, man. Canelo Alvarez, no. He fought Gennady Golovkin, no. Canelo Bivol is not, no, definitely not. And that was last year. Oh, was that this year? May have been this year. No. What are my thoughts on Boots, Speedy, Rashidi Ellis? Nothing, because if I would be so shocked if that fight happened. I would be absolutely mind-boggled if that fight happened. First of all, I think he's going to beat Speedy Rashidi Ellis, but hold on. Oh, he's ranked in every division, but hold on one second. Let's go to the rankings in the welterweight official rankings. Let's go to the welterweight. My first and my go-to make things make sense to me. Number 10, not ranked. Number 10. So that's not bad for the WBC and the IBF. He's at number 10 with the WBC and the IBF. And Boots can fight in any. Boots is just, he's not a champion. So we'll see. I mean, it'd be a good fight if they did it. I don't think so. Speedy been in Golden Boy lockup. Yeah, but he's with the PBC now. I don't know, man. I don't think so. But we'll see. I would be surprised, honestly. I'm hoping more Stanionis. I know that Stanionis, that Virgil Ortiz petitioned to fight Stanionis. So maybe that's who Stanionis. I don't know, man. I'm hoping it's honestly. I hope it's Stanionis. You know what I mean? I hope it's Stanionis. Boots knocks out Speedy, too much power. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen Speedy Rashidi Ellis fight a few times. Seems like his arm's a little too short to box with God. That's what it seems like to me, man. Too many trolls in the chat. I don't see any trolls in the chat, Lamont Aldridge. Where are the trolls in the chat, brother? What trolls in the chat? We got trolls in the chat. What trolls in the chat? Tony, yeah, I know Boots would be crazy first opponent for a PBC. No, it's his second fight. It's his second fight with PBC. He just had one. He fought not too long ago. Do you think this would be Boots' last time fighting on an undercard? If he's on that card, first of all, I don't know if he's on the card or not. I don't know that for sure. So let me be very, very clear. I don't know that to be the case. However, if this is, do I think it'd be his last time on the undercard? Probably not. Probably not. I think they can put him on because of how quickly he can fight. Man, I hope he gets on an Errol Spence Jr. undercard whenever Errol Spence fights whoever he's fighting. I don't know. I can't speak on that. But I will tell you this. I think that boy is a lot of trouble for anybody. And I'm going to maintain, going to maintain that. I said, don't sleep on Speedy. He could most definitely beat Boots. I don't think so. I'll definitely give Jaron. I'll definitely take Jaron Ennis over Speedy Rashidi Ellis. Although he does have a good win over Rocha. Rick Tibbs, Gary fought more than once back in 2014. He's too sporadic. That's because you got a bunch of duck artists in 126. What's he supposed to do? You guys blame him for people ducking him. I don't do that. Not me. I don't do it. I don't get why people blame somebody for being avoided by all the other champions in the division. Those guys did not want to fight him. Only fights he got was mandatory fights. And I guess he said that, hey, man, I don't want to fight people that are really easy to beat. But, if you guys want to hold that against him. So you're saying 100% Boots. I don't know. I think it's 60-40 at best. Look, man, no, I do not think Speedy Rashidi Ellis is going to beat him. I don't. I do not believe it. Now, if he proves me wrong, prove me wrong. I will tell you that I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So, if it winds up that I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But do I think he's going to beat him? No, I don't think he's going to beat him. If he fights him, and if I was moving him, I'd be like, nah. That is a very close fight. Nah. I don't think that's a close fight. Not personally. Now, Speedy Rashidi Ellis and Virgil Ortiz, man, I don't know. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong. I'll go look at more of Speedy Rashidi Ellis. But for me, not that big, brother. I mean, does not look like it to me. But I could be wrong, like I said. Like I could be wrong. I don't think that I'm wrong, but I could be wrong. I feel fairly comfortable in that prediction. I feel fairly comfortable with that prediction. I think it'll be a little bit, I think it'll be a little rough on him. That's what I think. But, Shakur's camp ducked Gary after they sparred at Enigma. Ward and his comp seen something they didn't like. And Shakur said Gary hit him the hardest he's been hit between sparring Tank and Devin. Look, man, Gary Russell Jr. is an excellent, excellent fighter, man. And a very, very underrated fighter. And you all trash on that dude way too much for my taste. That guy I think Gary Russell Jr. is an extremely, extremely talented fighter. And he was a very, very good champion. And I love watching that dude fight. Like, I watch that dude fight and be like, man, that dude can fight. For me, dude, he's a better boxer than Terence Crawford is. In my opinion, as far as his skill goes, he is a more skilled fighter than Terence Crawford is, from my perspective and what I've seen of Gary Russell. Now, some people can tell me I'm wrong. Okay. But for me, I thought Gary Russell Jr., as far as his skill set goes, is better than Terence Crawford. That dude is one of the best dudes in his skill set. He's one of the best guys in boxing, without a doubt. And he fought, by the way, being a lot smaller than Lomachenko. Dude, he was fighting very well against Lomachenko with a massive size disadvantage and dropped him. When Lomachenko was, dude, that dude can fight, man. That dude can fight. And I think he's one of the most underrated people in boxing. Definitely. Now, him not fighting often, okay. You know what I mean? That's my take on it, though. The only thing about Gary, he disappointed me against Loma. Yeah, but Loma's a hell of a fighter, man. Lomachenko can fight, man. Lomachenko ain't no joke, and he's at 126, and he's way bigger than Gary Russell Jr. was. Way bigger than Gary Russell Jr. was. And Gary Russell Jr. put on a very good fight with him before the book was out on Lomachenko. Lomachenko pretty much used size. Jay Miller said, Gary Russell Jr. is a classic example of being flagged by the system. Man, he gets hated for being outspoken. Yeah, and he also gets hated when people start there and use his name to build their career off his back. That too. You know what I mean? But that's okay. Yes, that's Lomachenko. That's Lomachenko. Yeah, Lomachenko ain't no joke, man. You know, Speedy slaps with his punches, and his defense is not the best. Everything you knew you had to try rough Loma up and make it dirty. Nah, what I think the book out on Lomachenko is not that you try to rough him up and make it dirty. What you need to do is you need to punch a little bit. You need to hold your punches back a little bit and change angles with him. Change angles with him. I'm going to tell you the dude that exposed Lomachenko, in my opinion, was Miguel Mariaga. When he fought Miguel Mariaga, McGee had a very difficult time changing angles on Miguel Mariaga because Miguel Mariaga did not let loose on his punches. And then Jose Pedraza did it. And they didn't let their punches go. And they didn't sit down on their punches. They just threw like tippy tap punches like he was doing. And as soon as he tried to jump over, they jumped over. That's the same thing. He said, cut off that back door on Loma. Just boop. Just change angles with him. That's what happened with Lomachenko in the last fight. Just changed angles with him. Knew that the angle change was coming and kept doing it. Just kept doing it. And therefore, Lomachenko's got to go to plan B, which he has, which is to step to you. You know what I mean? And then, when he's stepping to you, if you're a bigger puncher and a stronger puncher, he's got to worry about that and what's coming back. Teofimo Lopez did what the other guys did before that. Lomachenko had been having problems at 135 ever since Jose Pedraza. That's the same thing, I'm telling you. But anyway, that's all right. I don't want to keep going in on that. I'm ready for them to announce to make the announcement. What's taking so long? The announcement for what? Man, we just waited 6 months. We just waited 6 months to find out that Terence Crawford wasn't fighting Errol Spence, man. Hey, yes, sir, man. Chillville says support the channel. Hit that like button. Yes. Thank y'all for the people that have supported on Super Chat Thursday, though. In the Super Chat and the Cash App, it really does matter. It is how we keep the channel going. No joke, man. I'm ready to make the announcement. Yeah, what's taking so long? I don't know what announcement you're talking about. I'm just happy that these guys we're now starting to get a sense of these fights being made. The next fight being, and for a broke company, they dang sure got a lot of fights coming up. Lomachenko is one of the best fighters we've seen. He beat Rigondeaux, and Gary. Well, he did well. He's a very good fighter, bro. Man, Ultimate Gangster, that is ultimately stupid. He's massively overrated. He's massively underrated. You got to be crazy. That man is massively underrated. Guillermo Rigondeaux is a great, great fighter. Great fighter. He got blackballed in the prime of his career because of how good he was. Man, that dude is Guillermo Rigondeaux is nowhere near overrated. At this point in time, he's 40 years old and he's a 118-pounder. And how many people are fighting that age at that weight class? Doesn't really work, man. Those guys are not relying. Dude has got one of the biggest punchers in that man's awesome, bro. Lost to nearly every eye test. Man, shut up, bro. You're out of my face, bro. Shut up. And I mean it, brother. You better get away on that nonsense. Lost every eye test? What are you talking about, man? I'm going to knock you down for 5 minutes, bro. Stop it. You talking about Guillermo Rigondeaux is overrated? Dude, go away, man. I'm not trying to hear that, man. That's silly. That's absolutely silly. That dude, Guillermo Rigondeaux, is that dude is a super special fighter. Anyway, JoJo said that it's $1 billion company. We got a certain amount of money they spend a year on boxing. They will never go broke. Yeah, but that's not how it works, bro. They're not spending their own money, man. David Kane said, you keep talking about this, man. I didn't even mention Bud. Get out of my face, bro. You're blocked. Shut up. I didn't even talk about Bud. Get out of my face. I'll talk about Bud as much as I want to talk about Bud. What are you talking about? The dude is one of the biggest names in boxing, clown. You think we're not going to talk boxing, fans? All you do is talk about boxing. It's a boxing channel, clown. You're not going to tell me who to talk about. Matter of fact, I might just go on in and talk about him for the next hour. I wasn't even talking about the dude. Fanon, you always talk about Bud. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. Now, let me be very, very clear, Avery 81st. I wasn't even talking about the man. I was in the middle of talking about Guillermo Rigondeaux, Gervonta Tank Davis, Gervonta. I was in a lightweight division, in the featherweight division to boot. No, man, you keep talking. Man, let me tell you something. Terence Crawford's a duck. Terence Crawford's a duck. All right? You want me to talk about Terence Crawford? I will talk about Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's a duck. That man ducked Errol Spence Jr., and he got a cherry pick in December. And he wasted half the year doing it. If you're going to take a cherry pick, just take your cherry pick and get on with it, man. Man, please. That man's a duck. Since you want me to talk about him, didn't say nothing about the dude. But guess what? He's the biggest story in boxing because he ducked. Said was doing so well this morning. It was until they brought him up. It was going perfectly well until they brought him up. Okay? Errol ducked $25 million so he can make 30. Yeah, I got it. Anyway, it's Fanon's channel. You can talk about Bud if he chooses to. Dude, man, he ain't ducking anymore. He already ducked. He already ducked. He ain't ducking no more. He already ducked. That man ducked out ducked. Okay? You do what you want to do with it. That man ducked. That man like Riddick Bowe it. Okay? That man took the Riddick Bowe. That man did a Riddick Bowe and got out of there. Only thing he did is he didn't dump the belt because Errol wasn't a mandatory. But if Errol was a mandatory, he'd have dropped that belt. Okay? Justin said, I'll cash app you $25 to get off Bud. Let me tell you, man. First and foremost, much love to everybody in the super chat and the cash app, bro. But if you jump in my face and tell me what not to do, you better believe it. I'm going to do what I want to do because you guys deserve to hear this. Anyway, so I know, brother. I know you are. Avery 81st. I know you're being sarcastic. So am I. Hold on one second, though. Hey, Ray Murphy said, keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. In the cash app, thank you, man. Means a lot. Thank you. Anyway, so let's move on. So back to who do I think this? I don't know who Gervonta is going to fight, but I'm going to maintain this. And until I see it, I don't believe Oscar De La Hoya is going to make that fight. I think everything about that thing is Oscar De La Hoya. And you guys can put it on Tank if you want. For 9, we get a GTD section, Gervonta Tank Davis section. Yeah, I was trying to talk about Gervonta today. I was. I was really trying to talk about him. I get tired. I'm serious, man. I'm sick of talking about Terence. Let me stop. I'm not sick of talking about Terence Crawford. I'm not, but we got to switch stuff up a little bit. You know what I mean? We got to switch up a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? You said he Riddick Bowe-ed. Yeah, that's what he did. He Riddick Bowe-ed. For 9, Tank is confirmed for January 7. Get your hotels and your seat. Is he? I've not heard an announcement that he's confirmed for January 7th. I heard that he said that he was. Oh, said for 9, we get in the Rise section for the fight. Oh, okay. Well, hey, when you get the Rise section, let me know, okay? But brother, I only like to sit ringside, man. I like ringside seats. So I hope because you the Rise, y'all should be able to get the close ones. So let me know, man. Let me know how much they cost, brother. I'll come hang out with y'all. Because shoot, how y'all gonna have a section when y'all gonna be in the corner? Half of y'all gonna be in the corner. So he's not fighting Gary Russell Jr. I have no idea who he's fighting. I doubt that very, very highly, though. I doubt that very, 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 very highly. He said it's happening. Well, look, man, when them tickets go on sale, I'll be snatching one up. All right. Now, in the case of if you got a Rise podcast section, let me know. I will send the money. You know what I'm saying? I will send the money. Budrick ducked Aerosmith Jr. Gary is healed. Look, man, we'll see whether or not he's healed or not. And I hope it happens, no doubt. Unless Gary's cashing out, yeah. Now there you go. like now, if they offered him a bunch of money to do that, yeah. Okay, I'm with you on that. Yeah, if they do that, yeah. But if they don't do that, you know what it is. You know what it is. Anyway, Tank has those heater combinations. He will hunt Gary Russell down. Look, man, if Gary is healthy, that's a very good fight. Because Gary ain't no joke, man. You know? It's a good fight because Gary Russell Jr. is no joke. Okay? The man is not a joke. That man can fight. That man beat Mark Magsayo with one fighter. Who is AB fighting? I don't know if he's fighting. I don't know if he's fighting. Let alone who he's fighting. Because Adrian Bronner's been known to have fights announced and not have the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what he's doing, man. I don't know what he's saying. AJ Starr said before Gary got hurt, he was fighting less than Keith Thurman. He's never been active. So what? AJ Starr, so what? Floyd Mayweather Jr. went like 3 or 4 years of 3 years of not fighting, but one time a year, and he took 2 years off. So what? Tell people to stop ducking. Like, what? Who cares? And I mean that. So what? He fought his mandatories, and nobody else wanted to fight him. So what do you mean? David Williams said, word from the wise, if you trolls don't like what Fanon talks about, look in the mirror and ask yourself, why are you here? Hit that gong, Fanon. Oh, yes, here you go. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for the support, brother. Means a lot, man. Will Wilder be champion again? I do not know. I don't know. Depends on if one of those champions want to fight him. He has as good a chance as anybody else. So, and a better chance than most. Jay Murda 28 said, you think Boots wants his lick back against Antoine Russell? I have no clue. I suspect that he's not even thinking about it. I think that he wants to fight Errol Spence or Terence Crawford. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. But does he want to fight Gary Antoine Russell? I don't think so. Not that I don't think if he was presented with him that he would fight him, which is a different question. But, you know, man, look, see, Rick Timms, here's the second, bro. Here's the thing right here. Rick Timms. Gary lost my respect after he called out Devin. Rick Timms. Gary Russell Jr. never called out Devin. That's not true. That's not true. He never called out Devin. He also never talked mad-ish about him. Never did. Devin is the one that called him out. And Gary didn't hush up. They sent him a contract that I read, and it was not an offer sheet. It was a contract basically to sign with Devin Haney Promotions with no date on it, no venue, and no network on it. You do not have the video, brother. You do not have the video where he called that man out. Devin Haney called him out. He called Terence Crawford out. Gary Russell Jr. called out Terence Crawford. Look, man. You may have a video where Gary responded to being called out, but Gary Russell Jr. called out Terence Crawford and was telling a story about Terence Crawford and how he punched Terence Crawford in the face and how he wanted to fight Terence Crawford. Devin Haney said, if you want to fight Terence Crawford, fight me. I've got $1.5 million to fight you. He was already scheduled to fight Yuriorkis Gamboa. I'm not going to keep going over it, brother, but that is not true. It is not remotely true that Gary Russell Jr. ever called him out. Devin Haney called out a featherweight. Devin Haney called out a featherweight. That's what happened. And it is highly annoying that people jumped and see Rick Timms. See, the reason you don't know that is probably because of all these other videos other people did, trying to justify a lightweight trying to fight a featherweight. Because I was there. They were on my channel. It was Devin that called out Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. was talking about Terence Crawford. And Devin jumped in the middle of that. And that's just a fact. And it is highly annoying to me, bro, because there is no reason to do that. Facts. Chris Tucker said, facts for 9, I remember like yesterday. Absolutely. That is the truth. Devin Haney called out a featherweight. And it was like, why are you calling out a featherweight? And rest in peace to Batman, John Page. Said, Dan, that shit is annoying, dude. It's super annoying. Jeff Campbell said, I think Tank fight another Russell brother. Hey, I hope he does. Gary Antoine Russell would be a big fight. That would be a big fight. Much love in that super chat, Jeff Campbell. But no, bro. Gary Russell, dude, Devin has fought all smaller guys. All smaller guys. Go up to 140, bro. JoJo, does Tank fight black fighters? He fought a black fighter in his last fight. He just fought a black fighter in his very last fight. Didn't he? Yes. He just fought one in his very last fight. He's fought one since well, Shakur just fought one. Shakur just fought one. Tank just fought one. Lomachenko just fought one. And the fight just fought one. Actually, Lomachenko just fought 2 in a row. Rolly Romero. Rolly's black. Rolly. His last fight was against a black fighter. Before then, Yuriorkis Gamboa. Yeah, so that's 2 black fighters. Yes, he fought black fighters. He fought 2. He fought 2 at lightweight. And yes, he fought black fighters at 126 as well. Jay Grant, what are you talking about? Those are black fighters. Those are black fighters. What are you laughing about? You the one that just asked the question. And I literally can tell you he fought a black fighter in his last fight. And you didn't know the dude's black. And you don't know Yuriorkis Gamboa's dude black. Man, that dude is Cuban. Both his parents probably black. His daddy is Cuban, which means his daddy's probably black. I'm talking about Jay Grant. His daddy probably black. You don't know what that is. He's Cuban. Whole bunch of them dudes is black. They got a bunch of them. Like, most of them Cubans are black. Anyway, Rolly says himself he's black. He's obviously black. Look at his face. Look at the dude. Like, what? Look at him. He don't look black to you? Anyway, like I said, brother, what's the big deal with Tank fighting black fighters anyway? Look, man, Pitbull, black Mexican. Look, man. All I'm trying to tell you is, brother, come on, man. Y'all just trying to look for any reason to attack this dude. You guys, okay. Just keep on doing it, brother. I know y'all don't like that dude, man. Y'all just don't like that dude. You don't like that dude because you're trying to build your name off that dude. Okay. And it is what it is. I'm sorry. The man got here first. He blew himself up. He blew himself up. Man, Caleb Plant ain't black, man. Caleb Plant is not. Okay, I'm not going to do it. It is what it is, brother. And Caleb Plant is not. Caleb Plant is a country dude. That's a country boy right there. That hangs out with a lot of black people, I'm sure. And a good dude and a good fighter too. Ugas looks like all our cousins. Yeah, I mean, dude, come on, man. Yeah, they looking for a reason rather than just watching the fight. Yeah, these dudes just trying. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, it's about Devin Haney. It's about Devin Haney, bro. That's the Devin Haney crowd. That's the Devin. That's the Devin Haney crowd. No joke. That always got something bad to say about Tank. Always got something bad to say about Tank. Anyway, it is what it is, though. Y'all go ahead and say what y'all want to go say about what y'all want to go say stuff about. Don't make no difference to me. Jeff Campbell said, Boots and Steedy Rashidi Ellis, Tank and Gary Russell. Man, that crap is not, man, come on, man. Speedy Rashidi Ellis, I want to know why. Hold on. Yeah, he fights in January. We'll see, though. Because they can only put, there's a chance because there's only going to probably be 2 cards in January. I hope, man, if there was 3 cards in January, woo-wee, I'd be excited. If Rolly's not black, then Shakur's not black. Dude, Shakur is nothing. Man, that shit is so stupid. That Shakur Stevenson stuff is just a slap in the face, man. It's a con job, bro. That's a con job. That's a con job right there. Putting Puerto Rican flags around Shakur Stevenson, man, dude, stop. Like, for real. That's like me. That's like me putting a Cuban flag around myself. Man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you come on. Come on, bro. Come on. Of course David Morrell's black. Of course Shakur Stevenson's black. Shoot, what's his name is black. Robesi Ramirez is black, from what I can see. Anyway, once he cut his hair short and he still had that wave pattern, I was like, man, come on. Of course he is. But whatever. Y'all do what y'all want to do. That's not true. I'm a Haney fan and a Tank fan. I don't get the fanboy stuff. Those grown men, dude, those dudes are just crazy with it. But whatever, man. It is what it is. You can say who you are, whatever you want to say. You can say what you want to say, bro. But anyway, dog, you're an American black fighter. Shakur is an American black fighter. Trained by an American black trainer. Been there in an American black neighborhood his whole life. Does not speak a lick of Puerto Rican, and doesn't know a Puerto Rican relative other than his father, who he met a couple times and passed away. And now it's, whoa, Puerto Rico. Okay, yeah, all right, man. Whatever, do you, brother. That to me was like, man, come on, man. He reps for Puerto Rico because of the fan base. Yeah, that's my point. You do it for the fan base. Puerto Ricans are, yeah, there's a whole lot are. But look, let's get back on boxing. That's not my business. That's him. That's on Shakur. Shakur can do whatever Shakur wants to do, whatever. But like I said, I'm not about to start carrying around a Puerto Rican Greek flag. Like, I'm from America. I'm from Chicago. That's where I'm from. Right? That's where I'm from. I'll rep an Illinois. I'll rep an Illinois flag. But that's me. He can do what he wants to do. Much respect to you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, just because David Plant white is black doesn't mean make him black. What? David Plant. You talking about David Morrell? I don't know what that means. Anyway, we all mixed race. Whole bunch of people mixed race. By that definition, it's not him. It's not him. It's somebody else asking him to do that. It's not even him. It's somebody else brought that to him, and he agreed to it. That's it. And it started with that Oscar Valdez fight. Started with the Oscar Valdez fight. David Benavidez, oh man, who cares, man? David Benavidez be whatever David Benavidez want to be. Doesn't matter to me. Anyway, going back to boxing, here's a question. Thank you, Jose, I appreciate that. Who you'd be upset if Spence beats Thurman and Bud moves up without fighting Boots or Ortiz? Would I be upset? Man, honestly, no, I would not. I wouldn't be upset because I don't believe Bud. I don't believe Bud. I would be surprised if he didn't. Honestly, I don't believe Bud. But I don't believe Bud anymore. Bud, man, Bud, I listen to him talk too much. I don't believe him. Like, if I didn't listen to what he said out of his mouth, I might believe him. But I've heard him talk too much. I don't believe him. I don't believe, and you can say, well, you don't know, dude. Let me tell you something. I can sit here and not believe you. Okay? I can listen to a person and look at how he moves, listen to what he says, and be like, man, I don't think this dude's telling the truth. Dude, I don't think he does not want Errol Spence Jr. He does not want that fight. He said it a bunch of times that he does not want that fight. So if he moves up to 154, I don't even think he's going to do that. I don't believe that he wants to fight no Jermell Charlo. If you won't fight Errol Spence, you telling me you going to fight Jermell Charlo? I don't believe you. I don't believe it. I don't think we're going to get a quality fight out of Terence Crawford at all. I think he's already saying he doesn't need to do it. Right? He's saying he doesn't, it'd be nice to be a 2, but I've already done it. You think he's going to go fight Jermell? Hell no. No, I don't think he's going to fight Jermell. I think he's going to start talking about money. If Jermell's like, let's fight. He's going to be, well, let's talk about it and talk about it and talk about it and talk about, and then try to get a fight with somebody else. No, I don't believe him. I don't believe it. Now, you can say what y'all want. I don't believe it. Deborah Brooker said, man, listen, his whole name, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur himself said he wasn't Puerto Rican. It came out of his mouth. He said, yeah, but I barely met my dad. He's like, my father's Puerto Rican, but I barely met him. I met him one time, and then he passed away. He says something like that, like he met him one time, and he passed away. Oh, bro, Cass ain't. But that's, anyway, Sel Shakur is a Puerto Rican, okay? Doesn't make a difference. Still a U.S. citizen, whatever. A whole bunch of Puerto Ricans are black. Whatever. Do you, bro. Do you. Pitbull is trying to drop the Shakur fight. Good, smart move. Because he's not going to beat him. Because he's not beat him. Shakur was raised around and by black Muslims. I mean, the kid, look, man, the dude is from New Jersey. Okay? Now, if he was Danny Garcia, and Danny Garcia's father's Angel Garcia, and his sisters and his mother, and he grew up around a lot of black people and a lot of Puerto Ricans who all grow up around us, have grown up. There's a lot of neighborhoods where blacks and Puerto Ricans grow up around each other all the time. Talk to each other a time. Half of them Puerto Ricans are black. Half their family is black. If that was that situation, it is what it, but again, it's his business. So do you, brother. I mean it. I just get sensitive about it because it's like he's a great black fighter in America. He is. He's in the lineage of great black fighters from the United States. When you talk about guys like Floyd Mayweather Jr., you talk about Floyd, Roy Jones Jr., Andre Ward, Muhammad Ali, Bernard Hopkins, and you just go on and on and on and on with those names, bro. Shakur is in that line of those fighters. That's where he is. He's with those dudes. So he becomes one of the best fighters ever, right? Meets all his potential. But he's a Puerto Rican fighter, but he's from Puerto Rico. He's not a black male. Black Americans boxing is falling off. But what about Shakur? Oh, Shakur is Puerto Rican. Really? Okay. It is what it is. Jose said, I grew up around blacks and Puerto Ricans. I'm from BX. Stevenson wasn't raised with Puerto Rican culture, so he can't be called one, but he does still have the blood. Yeah, I mean, I got that. It's like we all got African blood. I'm not African. And I will tell people that in a minute. I'm not African. I'm not from Africa. I have African genes for sure, as a whole lot of people do. But I'm not Nigerian. Just not. You know what I mean? And that's no insult on them whatsoever. It's just I'm not. I'm from the United States. That's where I'm from. And I try to stay with that because being from Africa don't do me any good. Only thing does me any good is what I am right here and the people that I live around right here, bro. Anyway, that's what I consider myself. I consider myself an American. That's what I think of myself. Yeah, we're all of African descent, no doubt about it. Descent. You know? Great. Kid the Great said, pimp too hard. Super chat Thursday. Blue salute. Thank you, brother, for supporting in the super chat, brother. Yeah, I would take the original ab off of that, though. Coach Malich, I would take this off. Take ab off that word, bro. Just take ab off that. Take the words ab off of that. And just say original. Because that's what it is. It's original. It's not aboriginal. It's original. Take the ab off. No, take the ab off. Just say original. Because that's what Africans are. They're original. They're original people. They're not aboriginal. They are original. Abnormal. 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 Not normal. Abnormal. Abnormal. I don't like ab on that. The Aborigines. You think that is a compliment? You think Aborigines is a compliment in Australia? It is not. It is not. It's aboriginal, not original. Anyway, I don't know what all that FBA and all that stuff is. I don't get into all of that. All I'm trying to tell you is, look, brother, I got to stay focused on what I'm doing every day. I got to focus on what I'm doing every day. No joke. I got to worry about how I can solve a problem that I have. All of that stuff is fine and dandy. I got to figure out how I got to solve this problem that I got. Okay? Anyway, I'm done with all of that. Thank you, brother. I don't like to do a whole lot of that. You just got my channel demonetized. You just got my video demonetized, though, just to let you know. So even talking about this just caused me a problem. So what's up, Fanon, in the chat? Fanon, I left you a message in IG, Instagram. Check it out. Okay, I got you, brother. I got you, brother. Hold on one second. Just make sure I got you in the right. I don't see it, brother. Can you send it again? No, I know what you mean by FBA. I know what that means. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying by that. I know what that word means. I just never met a Puerto Rican with that last name. I mean, it is what it is. For now, good talk. Keep doing your thing. Thank you, Jose. G to G. What's G to G? Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. But anyway, man, like Puerto Ricans are Americans. I just wrap the whole thing up for my mindset. But look, man, let's get back on something, man. Y'all ruined Super Chat Thursday. Super Chat Thursday ain't coming off today because of all of this silliness that I keep, all this distraction I keep allowing myself to go through. Let's talk about boxing, bro. Rick Timms and Fanon, that sucks as black folk. We can't talk about our authentic origins without offending people who came after us. The hypocrisy stinks bad. Yeah, it is. It's what it is. It's blatant hypocrisy. But like I said, it is what it is, bro. I could talk all day about that stuff. I could talk all day about that stuff. But like I said, it doesn't solve a problem. What it does for me is it makes me focus my time on things that do not affect how I'm progressing in my life. You know what I mean? Like all that Kanye West stuff. Like people don't understand, like people don't get what's so bad about what Kyrie Irving did. Like, you know, people like do not understand that because the people will not admit what he did wrong. What he did, though. Like, I know what he did. And I've yet to hear people tell me they can honestly be honest about what he did. What did he do? And who is really mad about that? What did he do? And who is really mad about that? Look, bro, that has absolutely nothing to do with the J, with the name that starts with a J. It has everything to do with the word that starts with a Z. And I listen to everybody talk, and I'm still like, when are you going to see the Z word? You keep saying the J word, but you won't say the Z word. You think it's the J's. It ain't the J's, it's the Z's. Is what it is. And it's like, man, if y'all don't see that it's the Z's and not the J's, it's the Z's. They got a problem with what he did. Not the J's, because they know it. The Z's don't like it. Nah, bro. It's the Z's, bro. It's the Z's. Because when you say that destabilizes that whole thing. It has nothing to do with the J's. It has everything to do with the Z's. Linwood Hall, I can't do that on this channel, brother. I'm not doing it. People that know. People that don't know. And you bumping your lips about what you don't know. It got nothing to do with the J's. Nothing to do with those people. Matter of fact, a whole bunch of them will tell you the same thing in a heartbeat. They would tell you that in a heartbeat. But you confuse the Z's with the J's because the Z's hide with the J's. And that's just what it is. And I would say, like I said, bro, Terry Smooth, Brock Howard, you already know, King, got to start off early. What is that? Okay, I copy. Yeah, bro. That's what it is. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's what it is. It ain't nothing to do with that Hollywood. Got nothing to do with Hollywood. Nothing, even though Hollywood got a lot to do with that. Anyway. He said, like Obama said, when he walked down the street, looked at him as of, yes, he did. When your car down on the street, exactly. He understands. He said, Linwood, I understand. Semper Fi. Yes, sir, brother. All right, so let's get back on this. Terry Schmoot said, if Tank Davis fights in D.C. in January, remember, Fanon, please visit Old School Boxing Gym and watch the children train. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll come by. Javier Valencia, can you break it down? No, I cannot break it down. I don't want all that drama out of people, bro. I don't want all that drama. I mean, it's a lot of, like I'm saying, it's just a lot of drama, and I stay away from that, man, because we got our own problems, bro. It's bad enough that people have to deal with that. You know what I mean? But understand, bro, that's why when people talk about that, I point them to John Henrik Clark. Hey, much love in that super said Linwood Hall, Semper Fi. I got it. Number 757. Yeah, brother, especially you. You definitely know it. You definitely know it. Those dudes ain't even American. Much love in that super chat, bro. They're not even most of those dudes doing that talking ain't even American. They're not even from here. They're not even from here. It's like, man, where are you from? Man, why don't you mind your business where you from? You know what I'm saying? To let people do what they're doing here. We're an American citizens. We are in America. We can, that's you. Oh, be over there. If you over there, be over there. If you over here, be over here. But don't be over here and over there. Bro, that means whatever, man. It really irritates me, man. Fuego, Jaco of Fuego in the building said, respect to all the way from Puerto Rican. Yes, sir, bro. Thank you, man. And respect all the way to Puerto Rico. They haters, man. It's just, nah, man. It's just, it is what it is, brother. And that's why I say, man, I ain't got no problem with the Jays. I have no problem with them. None. I would never say, I don't really have any problem with them. At the same time, because black people do the same thing to you. No different treatment. No different treatment. That's capitalism. But that Z stuff, they are literally trying to pull books off shelves. They're literally trying to pull books off shelves. When you start pulling books off shelves, no, he did something very wrong. Yes, he did. Kyrie did nothing wrong. Truth always hurts. No, he did something very wrong. Yeah, he did. They just won't tell you what it is. They just won't tell you what it is. In their eyes, he did something very wrong. They just won't tell you what it is and what matters about it. Okay? It all depends on in how you're being raised. Yes, sir. I would like to hear your point of view on what? I would like to hear your viewpoint, your point of view, your unbiased when it comes to things. Look, man, I don't want to, like that stuff, I don't really like to talk about. Being very, very serious, man, because a lot of people don't get it. Yeah, absolutely, Alex Chavez. Yeah, that's the Z right there. That's the Z. Yes. There's a difference. There is a big difference. Okay? There's a big difference. Not all J's or Z's. Not all J's or Z's. Especially not all American J's or Z's. No, they're not. And you speak to them, they will tell you in a minute. But you know what it is? They all get boxed into one group. And then you just think it's all one group. It's not. It's not one group. Which is why I never talk bad about them. And not because of what it says somewhere in a book to tell me that, no, not because of that. For now, I'm here translating everything you say to my cousin. He don't speak English. Oh, okay, that's what's up, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. No, that's not it, bro. He did not. It has nothing to do with that. Slick Skip. Oh, man, that's huge, bro. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Much love in that super chat. Let me draw a picture for you, okay? And then I'm going to leave it alone because I don't like doing this. But I will do it just because it's talked about so much in here. Look, man, when you say that, what that movie said, that talks about who the people were in that region. If those were the people in that region, then the people that are saying that they're from that region and currently occupying that region, their whole claim for being there is false. That's the problem. Because if it was us that was there, what does that mean? It means it wasn't them. If it wasn't them, then what are they doing? They are occupying someone else's land. Right? So all of that stuff that's going on in that region with them there is all for nothing. And is all make-believe. It literally talks about the establishment and the validity of a country. That is what he did wrong when you bring that up. You question whether or not there's validity in them being there. Right? That's the problem. It's not whether or not you're hating or you're anti this or anti that. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with whether or not that United States, for example, was rightfully, you know what I mean. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with what these people are saying it has something to do with. It has nothing to do with the anti-S word. It has nothing to do with that. It is anti-I is the problem. It's that you're not anti-S. It's you're anti-I. Fill in the blank. Do you believe that they belong there, that is their rightful place to be? Well, you don't if you think you're the original person that belongs there. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with whether or not you are being negative against people in Hollywood. Nothing to do with that. That is just a front because they can't tell you what the issue really is. That's the real issue. Got it? That is it. Much love in that super said. John Boy said, working out here, but some support. Shout out to everybody. Thank you, brother. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. That's what it is. No, I don't like doing this. Like I said, I'm trying to stay clear of judging anybody or anything like that, bro. But that is what it is. It is not that he said what he said. It's nothing to do with that. Because if you look at it from that point of view, what did he do wrong? You're like, what did he do wrong? He didn't say anything. No. What he did was he introduced the idea to people that that country, it does not belong there. That's it. He said, but you are so good at this. Yeah, bro, but that's what I'm saying. I'm very good at it. I don't like being good at this. Because the point of the matter is this. Brother, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about us? We got problems, bro. We got big problems. We got big problems. That's their problem. I'm sorry. That's their problem. I know it's a problem, and I'm so sorry for your problem. Oh, you know I got slick. Yes, I did, brother. I don't think maybe I didn't read it, bro. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't miss reading it, though. That's the problem, man. He said, hey, you're welcome to come down to Miami and have Thanksgiving. Cuban food with my crew. Yes, sir, brother, for sure. By the way, my sister, watch this. My sister lives in Miami, and her last name is Cifuentes, and her husband, my brother, went to school. My brother-in-law, her husband, my brother-in-law, I call him my brother, actually went to school with Guillermo Rigondeaux. Went to school with Rigondeaux. Went to friends with Laura. I don't know if he's cool with Luis Ortiz, but he's real cool with Erislandy Lara. Real cool with Guillermo Rigondeaux. All of those guys down there in Miami. So yeah, man, my nephews are Cuban. Black folk who are Cuban. But yeah, man. So yeah, dude, that's the thing that gets me, man. Be Easy said, Martin, will Ruiz Wilder fight get made? I think it will. I think it will. John Boy said, guys, if you don't keep up your prayers, if you don't mind, please keep up your prayers for Deborah Booker, Phil Sloan, and Jay Miller. God bless everyone. Yes, sir, man. Let's love in that super chat, bro. Sometimes folks say, wow, that's a great breakdown. That's what it is. That's the problem. Just so you know what the problem is. All these other idiots, that's why I think most of these dudes are idiots. You're never going to be brave enough to tell you what the problem is. They're never going to be brave enough to tell you what the problem is. That's it right there. That's it. That is an key American ally. That's the problem. Okay? With the United States, they don't even lie about it. They came over here. What did they say at the time, though? Manifest destiny. Have you ever heard about manifest destiny? It's the same thing. That and manifest destiny are virtually the same thing. That's why I point you to John Henry Clark, who will tell you, seriously, brother, all of that stuff is taken from Egyptian folklore. All of it is taken from Egyptian folklore. That's why, shout out to my dude that said, hey, man, I would listen to, if I wanted to learn this stuff, I would listen to Colors. What's the guy, Tariq Nasheed? No disrespect to Tariq Nasheed, but Tariq Nasheed had this different colors or something like that. Brother, I had every person that these people were quoting, I got lectured by in school. Lectured by them. And so I know the people that came up with the content originally. I've listened to them originally, and I'm telling you what it is. John Jackson, John Henrik Clark, the guy, what's the dude, the Egyptologist, Dr. Gosh, I always mess his name up, man. The guy that is a Hebrew. What I don't even remember what his, yeah. Bro, let me tell you, go to YouTube and listen to John Henrik Clark. Just say Dr. Ben. Just go listen to John Henrik Clark. Listen, if you want to understand if you really want to get the best idea that you can understand, go listen to John Henrik Clark and go listen to the historians that were coming out of New York in that Harlem, in those Harlem history clubs of the 1930s and the 1940s. Man, those guys will tell you exactly what that stuff is, man. But we're running around like trying to interpret a book. No, brother, the book came from somewhere. That's not original text. Those ideas are not original. Those ideas came from somewhere else. Which were before the story that you guys are arguing about. Listen, and I'm sorry, bro. I love God to the core of my bones. But y'all are arguing about fairy tales. You guys are arguing about fairy tales. And I'm just like, dude, why are you guys going back and forth about the fairy tale? Why? Why are you going back over why are you arguing X-Men versus DC Comics? Like DC versus Marvel. What are you even arguing about this? First of all, it was all in Egypt before that. All of it. All of it was in Egypt and Kush way before any of that. Every story, every analogy was already there. And they changed it. And they made it fit them because that's what you're supposed to do. Ain't no fairy tales, man, whatever. That's why I don't want to talk about it, brother. The truth of it is the truth of it. But man, there are people that are actual historians. Actual historians that can actually show you the texts, show you the stories that they came from. So stop. No. God is very, 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 very real. Very real. You guys just, whatever, man. Like I said, you don't understand. It's very, very real, but very, very not at the same time. Because people speak in parables. They speak in parables. They speak in ways to communicate to you the meaning of things. It's just what it is. It's a very sensitive topic, but at the top of it, at the very, very top of it is, look, man, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. You do you. But if you want to know what the problem is right now, that's the problem right now. Anyway, Santa is for kids, Jesus is for adults, both make believe. Well, look, man, Christ does not make believe at all. Rick Timms. Christ does not make believe. It's not make believe at all. That is very, very true. You wouldn't even be able to listen to me if that wasn't true. And I mean it. Like, Christ is real. There's no way you could even understand what I'm saying without it. But like I said, I studied the stuff till I was done with it. Like, I'm really, really done with it. Because you can go as far as you want. Tim, Christos. It's wisdom. But anyway, we'll leave that alone, bro. If y'all ever want to have private discussions about things like that, we can have private discussions about it. But I don't, like I said, I think I read 80 books on it. Okay, like literally, I got like everything y'all talking about I've read, and a bunch of it I've read twice. So it is what it is, brother. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were, bro. A lot of people would say a lot of things different, but it is what it is, brother. That's not for me to say. You got to do what you got to do. You do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You do what you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what's right and what's wrong. All I'm saying is this, brother, if you want to know what Kanye West did wrong, it ain't got nothing to do with the J's. It has everything to do with the Z's. Okay? Because what he said is offensive to the idea of that. It is fundamentally at the core of that. And that is the problem, which is why you hear all of these mouthpieces jumping out there about it, because they are the mouthpieces. Because they are the mouthpieces. They are going to get a message. Hey, say this. Hey, say that. Hey, would you mind saying this? And it is what it is. Fanon, do you remember the TV show Like It Is, Doctor? I don't remember that. No. Alex Chavez said, anyone else would Fanon to start a second channel on these topics? Support from Yuma, Arizona. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, bro. I don't. Let's love in the super chat, brother. Much love in that super chat. But no, I don't remember that show, man. You got to like me on that, man. You know, but anyway, let's get back to boxing. Like I said, y'all want to talk in person about it? I'll only do it to a certain extent, because the truth of the matter is, dude, that I'm a what you call it, I'm a Neely Fuller Jr. guy, man. No joke, bro. I'm a Neely Fuller Jr. guy. I don't care about any of that. I got around to the truth for me. I'm a Neely Fuller Jr. guy, and I mean it, like stone cold. So much so much so that I don't even listen to him. Like, but you'd have to understand you have to really understand the framework of that. So anyway, like I said, man, you guys do you, man, and God bless you. And I mean it to the bottom of my soul. Love you. God bless you. Now I'm going to do my homework now. He said, Mark McQuay said, talking ignorance. I'm talking ignorance, Mark McQuay? Me? Are you saying that I'm speaking ignorance? Yeah, we back to boxing. I just need to know if Mark McQuay said that I'm speaking ignorance. What's good for Nana Don? Salute. What's going on, Jimmy Bernard? Anyway, this is not religion, man. It is what it is, bro. You learned this in political science, bro. You know what I mean? I majored in political science in undergrad. So trust me, I know it. I know what I'm saying is true. Anyway, but I need to know if I'm on ignorance or not. Because like I said, there's a link, partner. I'll demonetize the video to embarrass you. Trust me. I stay off the topics. Don't mean I don't know them. Anyway, not one person mentioned the bully bull actually walk. What is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Why? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm late today. What's good, man? Egyptian Book of the Dead. Now, look, man, I don't look, man. Like I said, man, my motto is I respect everybody, man. Do you, man? You know what I mean? But look, I just want to talk about boxing. I know this is probably a good distraction from the boxing talk that we have every day, but on the real and the real of it, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't. You have your own beliefs. That's cool. I will bust you clown though. If you're talking to me, I will bust your bubble, partner. Believe me. And you do not want your bubble busted. If you believe things too much, you don't want your bubble busted, partner. Okay? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, peace, God. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. What's going on, Benson and Hedges? Nah, it's not for me. AB, I'm going to tell you, it's political. This is purely political discussion. That's it. This is this is purely political. There's nothing religious about this. It's all political. Like, I mean it. It's all political. It's all political. Religion is very political. It's political Because what systems were running when you have a theocracy? When you have a theocracy, what is that? That is a political structure. When you have a monarchy, what is that? That's a political structure. When you have a democracy, what is that? That's a political structure. Those are rules that are govern people. It's all politics. All of it is politics. Every last bit of it is politics. What are the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Right? They dealt in politics. What should you eat? What shouldn't you eat? What rule? What will we do at midnight? What time do you do this? What time do you do that? That is the overseeing the interactions of human beings, setting rules. Those are all politics, man. All politics. Gil Noble, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark appeared on the show regularly about 30 years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, I met Dr. John Henry Clark. John Henry Clark literally is so respected and so feared. I've never seen a human being walk in a room with intellectuals and be that feared. When I'm telling you feared, I mean feared. I saw that man get on the stage. I saw that man get on the stage with some of the best educated professionals and professors on the planet. And this man sat down, and I'm telling you, you could see fears in their eyes from this old blind man. This man was blind as a bat. Old is just old. And I was like, who is this? I didn't even know who he was. But when he walked in the room, dudes, cats was just shut up. Dudes just shut up. When he walked in. And there was these dudes. I'm all biased. I'm bringing it so hard to bring that back in there, man. Let me tell you something. That dude sat next to that dude walked by Jesse Jackson. Dude, Jesse Jackson scuttled off. Jesse Jackson scuttled off. I'm telling you, they were U.S. senators. These dudes said nothing with that man around. They had dudes, they had Harvard professors with 4 and 5 different PhDs that didn't even look like they wanted to talk around that dude. And I mean it. It was true fear. And from an academic standpoint, it was true fear that they had for that guy. And he was sitting there. You think that's some joke when he was with those guys on that ain't no joke what he did. Man, this dude is sitting there. Dude, when you go look at that on YouTube, and when he said, look, I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. You look at this dude and how this dude was sitting. Those people over there had 3 PhDs apiece. Had lived in Greece, had visited Africa. The person that was moderating it was fluent in ancient Greek. And he's sitting there with them like this. Eyes closed, bro. Like, look, man, you guys are jokes. Like, he told this one lady who was at 3 PhDs, told this lady, look, I know what you don't. I know what you have. Based on what you said, I know what you have not read. Dude just waved her off. Look what that dude. What's that man's name? The black professor from Princeton, who is always, the guy that's always doing that thing, talking about jazz music. He's a real light-skinned black dude, wears this thing around his nose, this ascot around his neck. What is his name, man? I can't remember his name, man. It's unfortunate I can't remember. He's always out there, bro. He's out there, like, considered as one of the pretty much the number one black intellectual of Cornel West. Dude, he had Cornel West shaking in his boots, bro. He was sitting there talking to Cornel West, man. No, Cornel West. He was next to Cornel West like this, man. And Cornel West Cornel West spent the first 5 minutes trying to agree with him. And all he tried to do was avoid the argument with Cornel. Cornel West, the entire time he's talking, he will do this. Now I'm telling you, that dude right there was very, very, very cold-blooded. And I'm telling you, one of the most brilliant people that you will ever listen to. will tell you flat out too, I've never met a mind as sharp as mine. And he is sitting there with some of the most highly educated, most accomplished people on the planet. And they will not say a word to him, will not disagree with him, will not state their point around him. Because the second that they do, the dude will just be like, he will refer to some manuscript that is out in the University of Chicago, published in 1890. It's a 15-volume work, and read the 15-volume work and remembers damn near every word of the 15-volume work. Man, that dude is so special. That dude is special, man. So like I said, man, go listen to him. I don't mean to I'm just being real. You want to understand the history behind things. The man has a chronology. He's like, I will tell you exactly what my chronology is. His chronology was like, as far as things that he knew, had an encyclopedic knowledge of, was something like 4,500 BC to the present. This man had a chronology of history, of world history, from 1450 to whenever he passed in 1990. It was like, what? Dude, I'm telling you, that dude right there, that dude said he didn't even have a PhD. He just was teaching. They're like, oh, you need to get a PhD. So I need to get a PhD here. Here, take this paper. Just handed the dudes the paper. Like, take that. Now give me my PhD. Thank you. Like, now he's another level, bro. David Williams said, hey, for 9, I've seen every boxing channel. This is the only channel you cannot only learn boxing, but also get an education. Thumbs up, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that compliment, man. There's some real people out there that really, really, really know it. They really, 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 really know it. I'm telling you, that's why you got to go listen to him. That's why you got to listen to him. I'm telling you, man, this dude, Dr. Ben is cool. That dude right there, they literally argue about the different dynasties, the different Egyptian dynasties, and which dynasty and why this dynasty invaded that dynasty. And he's also very, very honest, where he says that there's no time where you ever invade a country or ever time where you really, you inflict your culture upon other where it's successful. You destroy the culture. And he talked about how Spain is still not recovered from the Moors. And he spoke about it very, very respectfully about them, right? And it's like, yeah, they've still to this day, Italy and Spain have still never recovered their culture from when the Moors invaded. And he didn't speak about it like, oh, yeah, they spoke about it in the same way that you'll hear Paulie Malignaggi talk about it. When Paulie Malignaggi says, look, man, when he starts talking about Italy, bro, he's not lying. He's not lying. Those guys, they know their history and they don't appreciate that. You know what I mean? But anyway, Eric Horn said, appreciate your wide-ranging knowledge for now. Hey, no worries, Eric Horn, man. Thanks, y'all, for listening to me, man. I didn't want to talk about this stuff today. I don't ever really want to talk about it. I don't ever want to talk about it, honestly, because it's so unimportant in the grand scheme of things. Bohemian Gravity, ancient Egypt is polytheism. It's all monotheism. It's all monotheism. It's not polytheism. It's monotheism. It's all monotheism. All of it is. The idea of the unity of God is definitely Egyptian. But you don't understand it because they represent the different facets of creation in different ways. No, it's all monotheism. All of it. There's one God in many aspects. What's the difference? In Christianity, it's one God in three. Is that polytheism? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost? No, right? It's three different, isn't it? But it's in one. So what's the difference between that and 15 in one? It's all monotheism. It's how you express something that is not understandable at all to the human mind. So people with a little better understanding of it will explain it in a way where you can understand it and you can understand how to use that for your life, to live your life in a practical means. because the religion is the rules, and the rules are there to provide you and make you more of a productive person. But the concept of God and God being one thing, and all reality and all things being one, is most definitely predates everything. Like, seriously, man. So that's why I say I don't like to talk about it, because I wind up talking to y'all for like 5 hours about stuff, man. It's just, no, there's one. It's all one, and it's the different aspects of one. And how do you see it? In Gnostic Christians, Buddhists, it's all the same, bro. It's all the same, bro. So no what? No, brother. Look, Bohemian Gravity, go away from me. I'm very, very serious with this. Leave me alone, bro. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I can believe in, I know what I believe in. I'm not going to say what I believe, but I know what I know to be true. Excuse me, sir. Stop it. Normal people walking around probably did believe that, but the high priest did not believe that. Explain Akhenaten then. Okay. Akhenaten. Are you talking about the Egyptian, you talking about the Egyptian priest king Akhenaten? No, I'm not going to explain him, dumbass, because you don't understand him. So what good is it going to be for me to explain something that you obviously do not understand? You can believe whatever you want to believe, partner. Excuse me, dude. I'm not having a discussion with you about this. I'm not interested. If you ask me one more question, I'm going to toss you. And I mean it. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, in this day and age, yes, a boxing channel, it is. Shut up, dude. Goodbye. Shut up. I'm not interested in you. Because that is absolutely positively not true. It's absolutely positively not true. Anyway, I just not interested in you, bro. I don't want to do that. You just keep on reading, son, and keep on going about your business, brother. Knowledge is not for everyone, OG. Yeah, pretty much. Just go away, brother. Do what you want to do, bro. I'm not interested in it. Hey, for now, what do you think Tank will end up fighting? I don't know, man. It's an interesting question. I think it's going to be Giselle Corrales. That's what I think, bro. You know what I mean? I think it would be Giselle Corrales. Did Jimmy Young beat Ali, in your opinion? No, he did not. Shut up and laugh. But thank you for the question. No, he did not. Because my opinion does not count, partner. My opinion does not count. You know what I mean? Boots beats Ortiz. Yeah, he's gonna smirk. He's gonna murk him, no doubt. Fahim Sator said, "Nah, man, I'm sick of it, dude. Seriously, I don't want to. That's just stupid to me. Like, I don't. Come on, man. If I explain to you what I thought, bro, it's just no need in doing it for you, because you still think." Like I said, I can skip what you read. I can tell what you don't understand. Okay, I don't care if you read it. You don't understand it. And that's where I am. Brother, you can read every book in the world, but if you don't understand it, you don't understand it. And you clearly don't understand it. Gervonta has a weight problem. He was really overweight at that Lomachenko fight. I don't think so. He looked good. And Gervonta wasn't even at the Lomachenko fight, was he? Hey, Deborah says, it's okay if you want to talk about other things. We talk about boxing 7 days a week. I have no problem with it. You know you're in trouble when they break point, partner. Look, man, to Deborah Booker, let me tell you this, okay? You have to experience some things in your own world to understand some things. And until you experience them, you don't understand them. It's like getting in a boxing ring and telling me because you've seen getting in a basketball game, and because you've seen it go, people run up and down, that can tell you how you play the game. You actually have to play the game to understand the game. Truly. I don't believe that you've actually had any experiences in your life that may actually give you some clarity into what they actually mean. For now, no BS, you could be a pastor. You got that wordplay. Look, man, I could not be no pastor. I got to go check out. Yeah, Dr. Clark is like that. Yeah, you got to know what they mean, brother. Okay? You look at a zodiac. Look, I ain't talking boxing. You would look at a card. Say you take tarot cards, right? Tarot cards. Those are all different things on a tarot card, right? But it's only one deck. Anybody's ever really thought about tarot cards? Really thought about those type of things? Those are all different aspects of the same thing. Now, if anybody is familiar with that, if you don't know that, right? Well, I can't even talk about it because more than likely you probably don't understand what I'm saying. You understand? You ever wonder? You ever wonder why? It's not, I mean, it is what it is. I understand what they're saying. I understand what they're doing. Do you ever wonder why they're that tribe in Africa, the Dogon, can know that there's Sirius B, Sirius Major, and Sirius Minor without ever having a telescope to see it with their eyes? Have you ever heard the explanation that they give for that? And why they said when French astrologers went to visit this African tribe that has been there millennia, they're so old, you don't have any idea how long they've been there, but they can tell you exactly how stars that they cannot see with the naked eye move around the universe. And do you know why they say how modern people explain what they did? They say, well, there was aliens that came down from some planet out there that told them this, because that's the only way they can know it. But that's not how they know it. Do you know how they said they know it? Through introspection. They say your body is the same as the universe. It's just in microcosm. Microcosm to macrocosm. Then you also have physics with principles of non-locality. All of those things. So from tarot cards to the Dogon to theoretical physicists, all speak the same about the unity of all things. And if there is no true separation, then how can there be anything more than one thing that exists from no thing? That is monotheism. And you being a different aspect of the macrocosm in microcosm. If you don't understand it, you can read books for 50 years. If you don't understand it, try to understand it. Try for a second to actually understand it. Don't ridicule, understand it. And it's not a fun process to go through, okay? It's not a fun process to go through. It will literally change the way that you see all kind of stuff and non-stuff. So don't tell me about the first example of monotheism when you don't understand what monotheism is. That to you sounds like you picked that out of a dictionary, but you never actually took the time to contemplate it and get to where you have a consistency amongst all things that you understand. That's how you know you've reached a conclusion. When you have studied everything and it comes down to the same thing, which is what my mama told me as a kid. And I mean it. It all came around to what my mama told me. First, straight out the gate. So I don't have time for all of that anymore. I've done it. I understand it to the extent that I want to understand it. Yeah, it's called reading comprehension. But it's not just comprehension. You got to actually contemplate it. You got to shut up and think for a while. You got to shut up and think. Just shut up and think. What does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? How does that apply? And just let it spin around in your head. And guess what will happen? It'll come together for you. Just like if you read something and you walk away from it, you will learn, you will understand what you have read in your sleep. That's a known fact. If you read and you take in some stuff, then walk away, go to sleep. And your understanding of that will solidify in your sleep. Because your mind is not completely just you physically deciding what you're going to think of. Just like you don't control everything in your body, your cells growing, all 99.999% of the functions in your body you have no control over whatsoever. Conscious knowledge of. So understand, bro. Try to understand. But like I said, bro, I don't like to do all of this, man. Shout out Fanon for the ode to the great ones, Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben, John G. Jackson. Yeah, John G. Jackson is a mug too, bro. He said, it is not written in your law that ye are gods. I'm not sure what that means. Toon Kirk said, I wish somebody would have told me instead of having taught me the fairy tales. I mean, look, man, I don't even want to get into that. It is a microcosm. It's a microcosm. No way you can understand this stuff. I mean, truthfully, it's only a certain point in time that you can only go so far. We're not, it's like a dog he's only going to be able to understand so much. You know what I mean? A human being can only jump so high. We're going to only understand so much in the way that we are actually able to understand. We have limitations on that. So at a certain point in time, you just have to figure out what works for you to reach your goals, which is why I say, bro, I mess with that dude, John Henry Clark, because what he talks about is very practical. It's very, very real. Like, look, man, yeah, we can go understand all this stuff, but here, what's the problem? We got kids getting taken advantage of in the street. We got kids that are going out to parties, and every party winds up with yellow tape and flashing lights. How do you go about not having that happen? But that seems to me to be a lot more important problem to me than trying to understand what I tried to understand. Okay. And trust me, I understand it. I understand it. I got to as far as I needed to get. And it was really only when I said I am not even trying to find out anymore, not trying to think anymore, did it really make sense to me. So, but anyway, can't predict who either him or Arrow will fight. Standing on this, maybe. Yeah, I like y'all boxing conversation. All right, man. Somebody talk some boxing to me, brother. Because this whole thing probably is going to come down. Windy City Assassin for 9. It's great to have dictionaries and reference points when you're reading to help you get along the way. Yeah, definitely. You should always have a dictionary there if you don't understand a word, without a doubt. For 9, I know it was a Bible verse. I just didn't understand the Bible verse. Like I said, dude, I read the Bible when I was a kid. I don't really go to the Bible. I don't really mess with the Bible that much. Proverbs, I like Proverbs and Leviticus. Proverbs and Leviticus are very, very practical, bro. You're deflecting the conversation by talking about how monotheism is relevant to no, they're however, yet they still exemplify how yet to exemplify. Dumbass, that's not even the word you mean. You're being smart, okay? You don't mean exemplify how. You mean explain. You're trying to show off. You are deflecting the conversation. I didn't deflect the conversation. I changed it by talking about how monotheism is relevant to polytheism. I didn't say monotheism was relevant to polytheism. I said that polytheism is monotheism. There is no difference between the two. They're just two words that are aspects of the same thing. Christianity is monotheism, right? Then why do you have angels? Why do you have angels, Holy Spirit, and Christ? Those are three aspects of the one, aren't they, dummy? Three aspects of one. Is that polytheism where you have three equal gods being one God? Or is that monotheism? Because you say it's all or one aspect, all or three aspects of one. But if all you talk about is one individual aspect and call them and give them names, it doesn't mean that it's not all one portion of the same. I understand what you mean by polytheism, you idiot. I understand what you mean by that. I also understand what they mean by it, which is the problem. You don't understand what they mean by it. You understand what people that don't think like they think about it. Next, Mr. Show-Off, you still get to exemplify. What do you mean exemplify? You want me to display it for you? Exemplify? You want me to represent the principles of monotheism and polytheism? Okay, sure. I have a mind, I have a body, and I have a spirit. My body is separate from my mind. My mind is separate from my spirit. That is taught in Christianity. That is threefold, but one me. That is the microcosm to the macrocosm, dummy. So let me explain to you how I, a human being, can exemplify the concept of monotheism being the totality of the polytheistic individual aspects. Okay? But you didn't even mean exemplify. You mean explain. So what you're doing is you're just trying to show off. And I'm not interested in it because I'm not playing about my understanding. I'm actually telling you what I understand. I'm not trying to get brownie points in school, you bum. If you want to talk to me, use the right words. You mean explain. But since you want to ask me to exemplify it, I told you how I exemplify it. By me being one thing, but of three different aspects. My mind is not my body. My body is not my spirit. My spirit is not my mind. I'm so tired of people like you, bro. Shut up, dude, with your sub deities. Shut up. Get out of my life. I'm not interested in you. Go away. You're trying to be one of these fake ass intellectuals, trying to show people, trying to show off. Go show off with somebody else. There's literally nothing you can ask me related to that I will not be able to answer for you. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. There is but one God. Because there is but one good. Anyway, for now, my brother, people can't even accept Bud ducking and did everything he could prevent to the fight. And you think they're gonna get monotheism? No, you're right. Sorry, bro. You're right, bro. Sorry about that. You're right. You're right. They're not gonna understand that. You're right. You're right. And it's why I don't even do it. I don't like to do it. Anyway, take them through theology class, Fanon. Look, man, It is what it is, bro. Y'all do you, man. Like I said, I don't want to do that stuff anymore, man. My mama's probably listening to me. You know what I mean? I respect your patience, bro. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Hey, said God, the Holy Ghost saved Arrow from the biblical bud beating. Yeah, bro. Trying to drop big words like Don King Martin. Like, man, exemplify. You have yet to exemplify how. What? Man, shut please, bro. He said the Don leave me alone line on the t-shirt, man. Just leave me alone. Let's go back to boxing, man. Seriously, man. Fanai said, what do I believe in? What do you mean of what I believe in? I don't know. That is a question I don't understand. What do I believe in? I believe that God is great. There you go. And that I can never understand it. And any real attempt to do so is futile. Because it's literally literally a fish trying to swim in space. It's just way beyond me. But all this other stuff people are saying, bro, whatever. Get to the end of it, which is God is great, and work backwards, and it all makes sense. But anyway, it is what it is. Bud fight December 10th to the end of year. Hey, why are you trying to talk about Bud? Leave me alone with Bud, man. Bud's a duck. Can we bring it back to something simple-minded? Bud is a duck. Now, look, if I can go through all of that, you know God doggone well I can understand the Bud ducked. I don't understand why y'all don't see the Bud duck. You know what I mean? You will never know, brother. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't want to believe. I want to know. I want to know. But see, there you go. There you go. There you go. That's why I say I can't do it. See that question right there? What you said right there? I want to believe. I want to know. I mean, come on, man. Just know. Then know. Then know. If you don't want to believe, don't believe. No. Now, there you go. Now, there you go. And people that know what I mean by that. Don't believe then. No. David Williams said, I'm laughing my A off for now. You the truth. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, brother. Errol ducking Keith one time, Thurman. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Let's make up some other stories. Like Bug got $20 million. Like Bug got $20 million. Like Bug got $20 million for fighting Ajax. David Ajax. Hey man, I came up with a new one. David Ajax. Hey brother, thank you so much for that red super chat, bro. No joke, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. I can't talk about those things though, man. I can't talk about those things. That's not good. That's not good for me, man. But said, be still and know. Only the Bible verses I subscribe to. There you go. Then no. Then no. That's the biggest problem in the world is to know. Like, God dog, I'm struggling with that. I struggle with that. I got to know. You know what I'm saying? I want to know. I want to be able to know. Zenith 360 said we can watch ducks at the park for free. Much love in that super chat. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Said that was a very nice execution you performed there, Fanon. I like it. Thank you, bro. Hey, man, God is great. Like I said, man. Like I said. I'm a very open-minded person, so I love knowledge, especially if I know a person who is coming from it, knows what they are talking about, and you do. Yeah, man, like if I really want to ever have like real discussions, which I'm not going to have in front of 458 people, like, or whoever many people are watching, like seriously, man, you got to understand like where I come from and what I come from. And if you understood that, like, then you'd be like, oh, okay. Like, Boots or Ellis, Fanon? Man, Boots all day. Renee Boxian, salute to you, Fanon. Great day, bro. Yes, sir. You too, brother. Yes, you too. Always, man. Nice to see you, Renee Boxian. Also, really, 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 really nice to see you, bro. Yeah, I'm not paying the 40. I am paying the $40 for the fight though. Does Tank beat Devin Haney? I don't know. He better not get. If he does, he won't if he gets hit. And if he can't punch hard enough, he's going to get beat. If he can't hit hard enough, he'll get beat. Because he's going to get hit. If he cannot take that punch, he's going to get beat. No joke. He's going to get beat if he can't take that shot. Because he's definitely going to take a shot. More than one shot. So that's interesting. However, my question is, dude, I wish we just had same-day weigh-ins, brother. If we had same-day weigh-ins, we wouldn't be going through any of this. You know what I mean? David Avocado is the sacrificial lamb, saved Isaac from the slaughter. See, y'all some biblical cats. It's tough on me in the Bible, bro. I left the Bible a long time ago. Because I was like, yeah, I get it. Once I understood it, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Or at least I thought I got it. But now I understand that I didn't get it. Hey, I want to talk to you about January fights, but since we got you a triggered little itch, why not talk about Bud some more? Cool with me. Hey, man, come on, man. AB, the only way I see Devin beating Tank or Usyk beating Deontay is outboxing them. Otherwise, no. I think it's going to be a lot harder for Tank to outbox Gervonta than people say. That dude can box, man. Gervonta can box. He can fight on the inside, and he can punch. And he can take a punch. And Devin can't punch. But he's not a big puncher. I'm not going to say he can't punch. He's just not a big puncher. You know what I mean? Hey, so I think you got my content mixed up with someone else's. Fanon, I always appreciate your content, no matter what it is. Hey, Deborah Brooker, no worries. This is all good. I appreciate you. I appreciate you supporting the channel. I really do. Thank you so much for your support. And I hope that you're doing very, very, very well. And you're in my prayers, all of that good stuff. You know what I mean? Tank and box, people sleep on his box. Yeah, they just act like the man can't fight. I'm like, you guys are, it's interesting. I just don't understand y'all. And I'm going to be like dead honest. I don't understand what you guys watch when you talk about Tank. That guy looks like an extremely good boxer to me. But you know what it is. You know what it is. Hold on one second. Okay, nah, I'm good on that. Breaking news. Tank fighting Cruz again January 7th. Is he? Is that for real, Trash Talk Gaming? You're from Baltimore. That's a good fight. Are you for real? That's a good fight. He fights Cruz again. That's a good fight. I like Haney, but more Tank. Now, I'm not going to say he can't punch. I just don't think he's a big puncher, bro. I mean, no, seriously, Trash Talk Gaming, that's more than likely true. It's more than likely true if it's Trash Talk Gaming say it. It's more than likely true. Hey, my man, little something for Super Chat Thursday. Big up, OG. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a big one. And, oh, whoa, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness, bro. And my man, Mr. Israel Gasalum, thank you, brother, for that Cash App, brother, that big dollar holler. Thank you, brother. There you go, bro. Thank you. Trash Talk Gaming, I take seriously on that particular subject. Tevis, oh, my God, Big said, for the information given on multiple fronts, big $50 holler, bro. That's huge, bro. Thank you so much, man. Robin Soto in the building. What's going on, man? He said, good morning, brother. Keep talking facts. Who EJ going to fight next? And I heard Pitbull ducking Shakur like Bud ducking EJ. Hey, man, it ain't a duck if he gets that title fight, if he fights Gervonta. Yeah, let's get it. I'm there, bro. I'm there, brother. Oh, dog, seriously, man. Come on now. You know I know who he is. You know I know who he is. You know I know who he is. Tevis, that's huge, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. No joke, man. Y'all just made the super. You made it. Now my chest hurts, bro. My chest hurts. Thought not fighting David Aborigines. My chest hurts, but that's because these push-ups I did yesterday. It's a bone pain, not like a heart pain. We're gonna start talking about Errol ducking Thurman. Why would we do that? Why would we talk about him ducking Thurman when he has not ducked Thurman? If he fights another mandatory, that's not a duck. Monday effort, but I appreciate the try. Please note though how hard I tried to stay off of Terence Crawford today. Just let you understand. Please understand that I tried my absolute best to stay off Bud Crawford's neck today. Bud ducks no one. How dare you talk about the pound for pound number one fighter in the world? Bud is a duck goose game. Is a living personification of a duck. 3 different types of duck in one. That man is a mallard. That man is a mallard. What kind of ducks are there, man? Hold on, let me see. Let me use some multi-duckisms. For now, in the 10 commandments of boxing, thou shalt not duck. Thou shalt not duck. They shall not throw the towel in when your son is perfectly fine. They shall not juice. You shall not claim that the UK you shall not claim that the UK is where boxing is the hottest, seeing as now you know it ain't. Hold on, types of ducks. 3 largest ducks. The 3 largest ducks are he is both a Muscovy, a Ashlebury, and a Silver Appleyard, all wrapped into one. Big duck named Terence Bud Crawford. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, Tank's ring IQ is almost genius level. That dude knows his boxing, bro. I'm going to tell you. Hey, Robin Soda say, good morning, brother. Keep talking facts. Who EJ going to fight next? And I heard Pitbull ducking Shakur like Bud ducking EJ. Yeah, but he didn't duck if he fights. He didn't duck if he goes ahead and fights Gervonta. Because you know that's about to sell, partner. You know that's about to make that money. You know about to make that money. Because he's about to make that money. He's a diamond duck. Word is Tank will fight Cruz or Gary Russell Jr. in January. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Hey, MD 2020, man, what's going on, brother? For now, you got me back in the boxing years ago. Boxing Talk got me in, but those other conversations keep me here. Keep doing your thing. Saludos from Dallas, Teja. Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I don't want to do a lot of that, though, man. It's not good for my health, bro. And honestly, man, I did an explanation, bro, one time. I explained people the gang signs with that. And I could do the same thing with the gang signs and the Greek fraternities and sororities. But people use that. People use that and took what I was doing. And I was like, you know what, man? There's a whole lot of idiots out there in the world. But it is what it is, man. Letitia Crawford will hit the panel Saturday. For now, I know she will not. I hope she does. She shouldn't, though. Well, actually, you know what? She probably should. Because I would never, ever go ham on Terence Crawford's sister. I would just listen to what she had to say. So, I mean, I would never disrespect. I guess I did a little bit yesterday. Kind of flew on a dude. That's only because I didn't have a lot of time. And I was like, man, I don't want to keep, that's not true. That's not true. You hit me with 3 things that are not true in a row to start it off. I'm kind of like, you know what, man, I can't do this. That's propaganda, partner. They didn't learn their lesson from Bill. Oh, do these dudes know? Trust me. They learned. They learned. Somebody told Bill. I am sure somebody told him. Bill, don't do that. Bill, you should probably not do that. You probably should not do that. Why they keep bringing people on here to be slut? Yeah, but it's, hey, look, man, you probably should not do that. Fanon, are you verified on Twitter? No, I didn't pay my $8. Hey, I can't get it, bro. Skick slip, yes, brother. I saw that. Yes, sir, bro. Hold on. Let me check you, brother. Hold on now. Slick Skip, I gotta check, make sure, because Slick, yes, I definitely did, brother. And thank you, I definitely did it. That's huge. I gotta make sure that that's you, though. And you know, okay, yeah, that is you, brother. You it is. You said, Fanon, did you get the invite in the $100 super chat that I sent you? Yes, sir, brother. I didn't know what the invite is, though. Oh, yes, you did. It's the invite. You're welcome to come down to Miami and have Thanksgiving Cuban food with my crew. Hey, man, look, Slick Skip, I'm gonna do something. Send me an email here, bro. Because when I go to Miami, because I will go to Miami, believe it. Hold on one second. Email me here. Email me right there, brother. Email me right there. Somebody took your name on Twitter. I mean, it don't matter to me. Use my name. I'm sure they did at some point in time. They'll go to the channel and they say, "Well, be me." And did they verify it? Hey, did they take the? Hey, somebody did it and they paid the $8 to verify that they were me. Hold on, man, for real? Because I'm not verified, bro. I'm not gonna verify. You can pay $8 for that. Yeah, you'd have to show me. You have to send me a link, bro. Yeah, the blue check. Oh, and got verified for real. And he paid the $8. I'm not verified. And he paid $8 to get verified. That's funny. Hey, put the link in the chat if you wouldn't mind. If you can put the link in the chat, put the link in the chat, because then I'm gonna get their channel taken down. Even if it's verified, bro, I'll be like, that's not me. Go ahead. Elon trying to make Twitter profitable during midst of a recession. I mean, he doing what he doing, bro. Hey, just put the link in the chat, Jeff Campbell. Because if they verify that they're me, I don't even care, because I could care less about Twitter. I could care less about Twitter. But if you put the link in the chat, I'd appreciate it so I can see it. Martin, you got Bill Haney. No. He's reading that beforehand. I mean, they're not stealing my identity. My name is not Fanon. That's not my identity. That's not me. That's dude. That's not my identity. You know, I'm in here. I'm here. This is me. You know what I'm saying? I go to Twitter. I really go to Twitter just so I can just, you know, stay up with boxing news, you know, make a comment here, there. You know, it's no biggie, bro, to me. But if somebody did it, just give me the link, man, so I can get them. Yeah, dude, I think Elon Musk is doing too much with Twitter, bro. No joke. I just think he's doing too much. Way too much. One of my loved ones suffers from ID theft? Yeah, that's tough. When somebody steals your identity, yeah, it is. I know some people that have had that happen to them as well. You know what I mean? That's why you got to get double, triple verifications. You can't be answering phones. Don't put your credit card in. Don't put your credit card in Black Prime. You better pay for your Black Prime. Pay for your Black Prime with a PayPal card. Pay for it with PayPal, something like that. You know, I couldn't resist that, man. You know, I couldn't resist that. My job offer, like, hey man, seriously, Jeff, can you put it in there? Because I don't see any for non-international boxing other than the one that I have when it comes up. Hold on. Or for non-boxing. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it. The only one that I see is me. Hey, yeah, prepaid card. You better do a prepaid on that. Anyway, here's a Bud hater. What'd he say? Teach, bro. Thanks, love to lie. Oh, no worry. Yeah, thanks, brother. I appreciate you guys liking it, man. Do pay with a cashier's check. Hey, man, that's funny, man. I hate that I went into that whole discussion, though. I swore I wasn't going to do that no more. But yeah, dog, please don't come off trying to show off your vocabulary, brother. I'm not a big fan of that. Okay. Fanon, why did you leave the Freemasons? I've never been a Freemason. What do you mean, why did I leave the Freemasons? I'm not a Freemason. I'm a noob. Not a Freemason. You mean I know Masonry, though? If you would like me to explain the Freemasons, I absolutely positively can do that for you. However, no, and I would suspect that, that if I was a Mason, my degree would be double threes, I would suspect. However, no, brother, I'm not a Mason. Why would I do that? I don't need that. In respect to the Masons, though, without a doubt. But you're going to get checked, brother, right here. You're going to definitely get checked. Oh, you've been around since 2016. Angled caster. And here you are. Let me see what you talk about. A gamer. You're a gamer. No playlist. So I guess I don't have to throw you out for that. Brother, I'm not a Mason. Never been a Mason, brother. Never been a Mason. I get it. You're obsessed with the way oh, my man, that's somebody else, bro. Lennox Lewis or Deontay Wilder? It depends on if Deontay Tyson. I don't know. You tell me. Shut up and laugh. Does Lennox Lewis get hit in the chin? Hey, respect to all my traveling men out there. You know what it is. Pound for pound, absolutely. All my traveling men and all my swimmers, all y'all good people out there. I'm a noob, partner. I'm a noob. Ben told you. It's not a rabbit hole. It's basically, it is what it is, brother. I'll let, like, them dudes get mad at me, bro. So those dudes got mad at me. So I'm not saying nothing about the Masons. Just like I ain't going to say nothing about the AKAs, the Deltas, the Zetas. I'm not going to say any of that stuff. However, brother, I just, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. The essence of it is right there on your picture. So, you know what I mean? Jeff Campbell said, Fanon, apologize, wrong information. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? No worries, brother. I appreciate you, man, because I didn't see it, but I'm glad you told me anything about it, man. I appreciate that. But look, man, I'm gonna cut out here a little bit earlier today. I want to say thank you to everybody that supports on the channel and the super chat and the chats and the super chats. Thank y'all so much for your support. Jeff, yes, he was a snake. What are you talking about? Devin going to fold Tank. Devin is never going to fight Tank. So he ain't folding nothing. He's never going to fight him. He will never fight him. I'm a stern believer in that. I know they say it. Jeff Campbell in the building said, apologies, Fanon. Thought someone said something in the chat. Oh, okay. That's worry. No worries, brother. Thank you. Because I was going to say, like, God dog, why would somebody take me and pay $8 to just get thrown off? Jay Walker, Noop, what's going on, Fi? What's going on, Fi? That's what I'm saying. Hey, bro, I'm a noob, is what I am. So just you want to know, all the esoteric philosophy, that's the noobs. Okay? I'm the greatest esoteric philosopher that the noobs have ever put out. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, I'm the greatest esoteric philosopher that the noobs have ever produced. And I will sit on that, bro. And I stand on that. Nah, bring me the noob that want to do it, and we can do it. See, I love my noobs, so I'll talk about that fine new pie. I ain't never gonna talk about the fine new pie, but you get me. Where you at, noobs? Let me know so I can do you like that. Anyway, so yeah, man, I'm stealing that fight. You what is that? Hey, but Z said Bud and Duck forever, and no amount of what do you say, Strauss? Empty hearted. What is Strauss? Strauss and Noop? I'm just messing around, bro. I don't even know what all the Noops. I don't even know who all the Noops are. I can't even say that. But you can shit. What is that? But can you shimmy? Yeah, I can shimmy. I can't dance for nothing. I used to be able to twirl. I could twirl, but I couldn't step. I could twirl, but I couldn't step. For example, what is this? The soul could not exist in the absolution of all things, obscured others from existing separately in a space of time and reality. Let me read that again. For example, the soul could not exist in absolution of all things. That's true. Obscured others from existing separately in a space of time and reality. Yeah, exactly. It's a result. It is that rejection of the idea that your soul exists in a world of matter, but that your world exists, that matter exists within the spirit. Absolutely, positively. It's the only way that you could communicate with people. But yeah, and esotericism is it's the understanding of what is supposed to be covered up information. That's all it is. It's just all it means is it's just not readily available information. Hey, said Kappa all day. You know what it is. Anyway, man. But look, Fanon, that is why monotheism is not no. The soul could not exist in absolution of all things. Let's go to the word of absolution. Absolution. Let me understand what you were saying. Maybe I misunderstood what you said, but let me go. Absolution. Meaning formal guilt, obligation, or punishment. So the formal guilt in absolution. So what are you saying here? The soul could not exist in punishment of all things, obscured others from existing separately in the space of time and reality. A soul could not exist if in punishment of all things. So that's unity, right? Obscure others from existing separately in space, time, and reality. Exactly. So all things must exist within one thing. So if all things must exist in one thing, then all aspects of the same thing are connected to you cannot have unity in all things and have polytheism exist at the same time, because polytheism means that there's a separation between gods. And if you believe that a god or things are separate, distinct from one another, that means that they cannot be one, because they are distinct from one another. If you have poly means many. In order to be many, if there are many, that means there are separations, because there are many, right? If the soul cannot exist in absolution of all things, right, or separation of all things, then it has to be that all things are one. If all things are one, that means all concepts are one, not just material things, but all concepts, all virtues. What they are virtues. Are you familiar with the concept of virtues? You're a Mason. If you're a Mason, then you understand virtues. Virtues, the separation of things into virtues does not mean that it is separate. It just means, for your understanding of it, that you box those different virtues into different ways that your mind can understand them. It does not mean that they are truly separate from that they are truly separate things. They are only separate so that you can understand them, and that you can address those individual virtues. And every God and every in what you call polytheism, they're all different. They all represent different virtues. And even when you go into the Masonic belief in sylphs and nymphs and all of that type of stuff, they are still represent, even though you believe that they are physical on some certain plane, they are still non-physical at another plane. So at some point in time, these things that you believe are somewhat physical, and it may be true that there are things that are less material or less corporal than we are. But just because you believe that that is less corporal than we are, and you give it the quality of a virtue, or you give it a quality of what you call a God, does not mean that the totality where we talk about the one unified great God does not consist of all with exists within that. So I mean, I'll respect that conversation enough to tell you, brother, just keep taking it up higher. And yes, I know you guys have common. That's why I didn't want to get into masonry. But that's when you guys start talking about sylphs and nymphs and all of those different things that you guys do believe to a certain extent are corporal and real things, but yet exist in a slightly less material plane. Above them are the things that create them. For the sake of the unity of all things, they are real things. And that's why you call them real things and believe that there are many of them. Okay? And I'm telling you, any way you go, the higher you cut it up, the more it becomes unity. Because you cannot exist outside of the all. And it is nothing but the dot in the circle. You absolutely, positively have to exist in one thing, which is called reality, to any extent. And all of reality comes from non-reality. Non-reality is most definitely unified in the fact that it is not even in existence. Right? To have existence, you have to have not. To have existence, you have non-existence. Non-existence exists, doesn't even exist. So the concept of God at the greatest both combines both existence and non-existence, which is way above any concept of your any polytheistic concepts. But anyway, bro, you keep on doing what you do. I appreciate that. I appreciate that statement. But no, it does not solve for the problem that there is existence and non-existence. Right? How do you get beyond the existence of something? But whatever. Like I said, bro, it is what it is, bro. It is all one thing, bro. Anyway, it is what it is. Level up. Yeah, just keep going up, bro. You're going to get to a unity. At a certain point, it's unity. And whenever you get up to unity, remember that even that falls underneath God. For my understanding of God. Now, if you mean God is some principle, and there's multiple principles underneath the thing that creates, then okay, fine. But I'm just saying you just keep going up. Where's my literature, son? In my garage? What do you mean, where's my literature? You're an idiot. You think something is not true unless it's written down? Where's your literature, sir? Ha, ha, ha. What does that mean? You think nothing's true unless it's written down? So you want to say, what's my authority? Is what you're asking. What's my authority? My authority is reality. My authority is how you speak. My authority is how you breathe. My authority is your mere presence and ability to speak to me is my authority. Silly. Anyway, basically, Fanon saying that the absolute obscures the individuality of all. I didn't say that at all. Why not? No, I did not say that absolute obscures the individuality of all things. I did not say that. The individuality, the concept of all, obscures the absolute. It's the exact opposite. What I'm saying is because you keep thinking of things as individual, the absolute is obscured by your belief that every single thing is a separate thing. You are a materialist. You believe that this cup is different than this. You believe that this is separate from this, right? That obscures you to the concept that all things are one. It's the exact opposite. And there's nothing basic about that. You basically don't understand what I'm saying, is what I'm telling you, while not allowing each separate thing to exist in its own space in reality. Even if it exists within reality, does not mean that it is not one. Because reality is your perception. It can exist in your perception. That is why you ask the question: if a tree falls in a forest, and there's nothing there with ears, did it make any sound? The answer is no, it didn't make any sound. Why? Because sound is what you perceive. So there's no ears to receive it. That means it does not make sound. Just like, is space hot? No, space is not hot. But what happens when you put something out there and sun rays hit that? Then that thing becomes hot, because that reality is what it experiences. Your reality is your experience. Without your eyes to see, there is no light. Without your eyes working, it's completely black, right? Does that mean there's light? No, light is your perception. Your reality is your perception, but there are things beyond your perception, right? And even in physics, they tell you that it's already known that two things that have ever been in contact with one another will always act independently, will act dependently upon each other. It is called the principle of non-locality. Two quarks, if they are ever in contact with one another, they will always act dependently upon each other, no matter how far apart you separate them. Do you know what that means, sir? That means if you believe in the Big Bang, where everything came from one thing, then all quarks or atoms, which what atoms are made of, were all in one place at the same time. And since they were all there at one time, then they all act dependently and interdependently on each other, which is why mathematicians tell you that you have no free choice. Why? Because everything is dependent upon each thing. If you are completely dependent upon things, completely separate from your actual physical presence, how can you truly be separate and independent? You're not. And that is proved by physical laws. Okay? You got an ABC understanding to you have an ABC understanding to mathematics. Go explain it to the physicists that had observed that one galaxy will act when something happens in one galaxy, that it affects something that is totally physically unconnected from it. How could that take place if they were two separate things? What you're trying to explain to me is some French 1700s philosophy and explanation of existence, which came up in the mind of Descartes. That is the philosophy of Descartes, what you're explaining to me. And Descartes is wrong. Do you get it? Do you understand? Descartes is wrong. We are not individual spirits trapped in a material world where all material things are independent of one another. If that was true, then there would be no principle of non-locality in physics, would there? No. And go listen to a physics channel, and they will explain to you exactly why that is true and observable in science. Anyway, like I said, bro, nice to talk to you. You did not understand. You did not explain what I meant. You explained the exact opposite of it. But yes, I do not prescribe to the idea that things are separate. I do not. Absolutely, positively do not. No, I don't think. I don't believe. I believe in the unity of God. I believe in the unity of all things because we are unified very clearly. I am breathing the same oxygen that you breathe. My body functions the exact same way yours functions. We are actually able to communicate and understand each other within our minds because everything we perceive is in our minds. Everything you perceive is in your mind, which is why somebody can brainwash you and convince you that there's a rabbit jumping through the room, and you'll literally see the rabbit jumping through the room. Or they can convince you through suggestion that this cup is not in front of you. You don't even see it. How can you do that? But anyway, nice to talk to you guys. I got to go, bro. I do. I got to go. It's fun, bro. Hey, Fanan, I went through this down prison. You just read one book and hear one book, and it's the truth. It is what it is, man. I don't know what non-locality is, Fanan. I just explained it. If it does not support the idea that monotheism is polytheist, man, shut up, bro. For you, monotheism is not polytheism because that's how you perceive those two words. Okay? For you, it's not. Because you have an idea about what one means, and you have an idea about what the other word means. And to you, it is not the same thing. So go ahead. That's cool. That's you. I understand. My understanding of it tells me something very, very different. But anyway, there's a reason why they don't tell you that, though. And I could get into a lecture about why they will never let you know that. But I got to get out of here, man. Much love. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace. Y'all take care of yourselves. Deuces.